Hit go live on YouTube. All right, what do we got? What do we got? We live. All right, what do we got? What do we got? I think we're live out here in these streets.
Yep, just went live.
All right, good. What up, chat? How y'all doing? Kogan, Acebreaker, Ricardo, H. Dracoon. Is that how you say his name? I don't really know. Dracon. Okay, cool. All right. We are out here live. Finally, we are back. Actually, we're kind of right on time. Wasn't it every other week? Yeah, we're kind of back. We're on time with this. All right, let's see. Make sure volume levels are good. People can hear me. People can hear you guys, I think. Make sure my Streamlabs is good. All right. I think we're good to go. There we go. All right. What's up, people? How's everybody doing? Let me get my stuff up. How's everybody's weekend been? It's been a pretty quiet weekend for me.
A little stressful.
I was just cleaning all weekend.
Lord.
Oh, man. I like it when the weekends are quiet. It means I'm not going anywhere. It means I'm not spending money. So that's always good.
What do you spend money on when you're not?
Man,
when you go somewhere?
I'll be it'd be the dumbest shit that I'd be spending money on. Like sometimes I'll get up, I'll go to the mall, I'll get a new pair of pants that cost like $60. I'll get a shirt or something like that, or I'll go to Target or something, and I'll just pick up something. I'll pick up some like I don't know, like I really know I'm in this adult life stuff where I'm just going to Target to pick up like utensils and stuff like that, maybe a cooking pot or something, or I'll be looking at like mason jars. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with me right here now?
I'm like, damn, I could use one of those.
Yo, I be saying that sometimes. I be looking at frying pans and whatnot. I be like, yo, I could a new frying pan to put some eggs in. I could probably use that real quick.
See, that I can relate to, the frying pan thing.
Ah, man.
I can't relate to that, but I can definitely relate to just like looking at this
Like,
stuff in general.
When you get older and start cooking for yourself more, like you start to appreciate good cooking utensils a lot.
Big facts.
I think it's more about the knives for me and like things for storage. Like I always like I'd go to the shops and I'd just like walk around the aisles where they have like like containers and stuff. I'm just like I want my things to look neat. I don't want my cereal in the bag. I want it in a nice, neat.
Yeah, that's why I've been getting too. I've been getting like containers for cereal and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Have you guys gotten to that point? I think we're all old enough here. I don't know, but like I'm fending for myself out here in these streets. I pay rent. I put food in my own belly and stuff like that. But like you say, oh, I'm gonna go to the store real quick and I'm just gonna grab some milk. Come out with a whole cart full of food. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, if I'm there already, I might as well get other stuff.
Like, I said I was coming here for one thing.
I said I was coming here for one thing, and I knew when my mom said that when I was growing up, I knew she was lying. She's like, oh, we're just gonna pick up some bread and milk, and she got a whole full cart full of groceries. I'm like, I thought it was just bread and milk.
my mom never used a shopping cart, so she said we was going out for some milk. I knew for a fact I was carrying a lot home. I'm sitting there like, oh boy, here come the strength training.
It do be that way.
Oh yeah. I also be doing that. Like I don't know, I be bringing up stuff from my car and be like, I could do this in one shot. Like I ain't doing this in multiple. I ain't going back multiple trips. Nah, I'm doing this all in one shot. So I be looking crazy. Thank God nobody sees me. I be looking crazy with a whole bunch of bags in my hand, and I be having a case of water in one hand, trying to have a whole bunch of bags in another hand, trying to bring it upstairs. I'm like, you know what? I still do it. I don't care. I'm good.
I think everyone does that. I think you try to carry as much as you can. It's just you just try to carry as many things as possible to not have to worry about the whole going back out. Especially if it's a cold day. If it's a cold day, it's like nah, you just want to get inside.
See, we have a system where we keep a wagon in the car where we just pull the bags into and pull it to the door.
That's pretty smart.
I see people with those wagons. I want one.
That is actually pretty smart. See, I would want to do something like that, but I'm not. I'm too lazy to actually buy one, and I'm not keeping it in my car. That is smart though. All right. Let's get things rolling. Welcome everybody to HPMP, the JRPG podcast, episode 62. We are live right now. We thank you all for us being. We thank all of you for being here live. If you are here live, engage with us in the chat. Be sure to hit that like button down below. It always helps. If you are watching this in post, maybe drop a comment and of course the like button. But if you can't catch up on us on YouTube live, and you want to listen to on your preferred platform of choice, we are on a variety. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and a lot more at this point. Also, be sure to leave us a review. I hear a glowing review really helps us out, helps us get the podcast recommended. You know, we try to have an episode out every other Sunday if our personal lives permits it, but you never know. Sooner or later, something might happen, and hey, that's just the way it is. So as soon as Sosuke can lower his background music, we
Talk to him. I'm gonna just mute until it's my turn to talk.
Oh man. All right, we're gonna go into our introductions. Blake, you're here. Go ahead, man.
It is that time. What's going on, guys? It's me, Westtown HD. We're back at it again with another episode of the HPMP, and of course, Bow Blake and Friends podcast, episode 62. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? Welcome in.
Oh my goodness. Q.
We're back, your husbando of dreams. We are here for the waifus, of course, and a new episode, a new conversation about waifus, and the secrets of why Riku wasn't here last week. Is it?
Oh
man. Oh man. all right. Bob.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the HPMP podcast. Hope you're all doing well. Let's talk about some JRPG news.
All right. Sosuke.
It is good to be back once again, ladies and gentlemen. As always, it's your boy Sosuke V, bro. I'm ready to talk about this Lost Soul Aside and this Tales of Arise. Yeah.
No.
Especially Lost Soul Aside.
All right.
See more of that game.
And Riku, go ahead, man.
Riku-san one, the only one. We back in here from a hiatus. That Togashi. Man, I had to go down to Sony real quick and knock some ankles loose. And looks like they got everything under control now. And we're going to make sure that Sony stays on the right path. These past 2 weeks, if you have been watching PlayStation news, it's been pretty good, you know? It's been actually pretty good, you know, in comparison to basically the majority of 2021. It's been nothing but bad PlayStation news, but we've been pretty good these past 2 weeks. So if I do say so myself. So yeah, we're here on the podcast, and hope you have another good episode.
Yeah, man, you seem to have brought the energy this week, man. Last time you were around, but there was no show. Man, I'm sorry, I had to write you up, man. I got you written up here, man. You know,
yeah, I got docked, y'all. Man, I'm not getting paid this week.
All right, man. I strike one, my guy. Nah,
Man.
we stop there. But yeah, all right. Let's just let's jump into these topics real quick here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the biggest thing I think in JRPG news. Hell, I think in gaming that happened recently. In my opinion, Tales of Arise finally decided to resurface and tell us it's alive and well, and that it's here to stay, and it's gonna be out this year. So Tales of Arise is coming out September 10th, I believe. That's the correct date. And we got a lot of things. We got 2 new party members revealed. We got a good amount of gameplay revealed, and even more story stuff revealed about it too. So I'm really excited for this. I'm hoping it's going to be a good game. I think it is going to be a good game, but I have my reservations about it after seeing some of the gameplay and whatnot. I'm not sure if this one is gonna, if this Tales game is gonna hit like it's supposed to hit. Like, it's really gotta hit with everybody, honestly. It can't come out with a whimper like Berseria did. I think most of us in this room, we think Berseria is really good. I love Berseria. I think it's one of my top 5 Tales of games. But honestly, when it came out, it didn't have much hype around it, or that much hype around it. And then the months after it came out, it kind of just fizzled away. You know, nobody was really talking about it as much. But hopefully for this one, it's different. So, what do you guys got to think about Tales of Horizon, the new gameplay that they showed?
I am very much looking forward to this. I've said it plenty of times. My biggest concern with this game was the battle system, of course, because for those that don't know, I have not been the biggest fan of the direction they've been going with the battle systems the past couple games. But this battle system, from what we can see, it looks like it's drawing inspiration from various past games, and it looks very fun. It definitely looks like something I would enjoy playing, and I hope I do enjoy playing. And also is helped by 2 of the party members, the I don't know their names yet, the mage girl and the girl with the gun. They look really, really fun to play, like more so than any character I've seen in recent memory from the series. So I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, Blake, you got anything to say about Tales of Horizon?
So, Berseria was the first game that I nearly completed of the Tales of series. Symphonia was the first one I tried to play, and at the time I was going to get into it. Gameplay looks really smooth, looks really, really good. If it wasn't, I don't know how to put this. So, just me personally, I kind of keep like Bandai Namco up there with like Ubisoft and Square Enix. Like their games will drop within like a month of them coming out, so I don't typically get their games on launch. Same with like Scarlet Nexus, Code Vein, that sort of thing. I wait until they dropped on sale. Well, not for Scarlet Nexus, but for Code Vein. I got that game for like $20, like 4 months after it came out. So. I probably won't get this immediately, but it'll probably get added to the backlog at some point.
Wait, did you say Square Enix with regards to price drops? They never drop their prices on their games.
Kingdom Hearts 3 dropped
They do.
$20 to $20 within a year of it coming out.
No. They drop the prices on games that don't sell well most of the times. The ones that sell well, they take forever. I mean, Nier did not drop. Like when they did a sale, it was still over $35-40. And that was
I remember. Well, FF15 sold well, and that dropped pretty quickly. But then again, it had a million different versions, so.
Yeah.
And also, FF7 has already gone on sale, like 30-40% off.
I mean, they gave it away for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, for free. But again, I think it depends on. I think it takes a while, because I mean, I was waiting for Nier. I had it in my wishlist on Steam forever, and it never went on sale. And I was like, well, screw this crap. And again, I only consider something on sale if it's like less than $15. If it's $15 and under, you're on sale. If you're above $15, you're not on sale. As far as I'm concerned, you're full price.
What type of logic?
What? I said what? Like, so all the games I've been buying for $20, $30, I've been getting like, screwed. Goddamn, Q.
It's that if I can't throw takeout food money at it, it's too expensive.
That's like fast food.
Yo,
that's
Q
like,
really just said Nintendo
that's
has
like
never had
McDonald's dollar menu.
Here's the thing, right? I think once you've got spoiled by Steam sales and the Humble Bundle and all that kind of stuff, anything above $15 is just so expensive to you.
Well, see, that's just like a premium you get when you play with PC, because PC games are just always by default cheaper than console games.
Exactly, so then when you have to go to these close to console prices, above $15, probably $16, expensive. You can't do that. It's too expensive. 15 or under. That's as far as I'm willing to go when it comes to PC games. Because you know what's the worst feeling? And this is when it started for me.
I love how you guys go off topic.
I know. It's amazing. I bought Mass Effect Andromeda full price. And then a few weeks later, it was less than $20. And I was like, well, this is stupid. Like, why did I pay $60 for this? And now it's like 20 or something or less. Then I feel like an idiot. So for me, now I just wait. If I don't get a free review, I'm not paying full price. That's my rule. I'll pay 15 and under.
I mean, just for me, if it's a game that I know I have to have that I want to play, I'll just go ahead and get it day one because I'm a Nintendo fan. Those games don't drop in price. If I want them, I get them at full price, or I don't get them at all typically. But like for the Tales of series, I'm very, very casual to this series. I was gonna play this series with people like multiplayer. If multiplayer was gonna be in the game, that's not gonna happen no more. So now my interest in this game is very. I mean, it'll get added to the backlog when like the next 3 Tales games are out. I'll probably play this one.
Okay. Riku, what you think about Tales of Arise so far? You gonna get a day one?
Yeah, I will be there day one for Tales of Arise. If there's anything that Tales of Arise has interest me in regards to now that we know what the actual gameplay, um, you know, looks like in regards to like a full length instead of just little small clips here and there. I will go ahead and try and knock out Berseria before I play Arise. It does look like Arise is still within like the gameplay realms of Zestiria and Berseria. I thought that it was going to be, a big change from them, like, pre-Zestiria, pre-Zestiria was, a completely different type of game when you look at them side by side, but it looks like it's still in those same realms. And I'm not a fan of skipping over the games to get to that one. I don't want to play Arise and then go back to Berseria and be like, oh, this just, gameplay wise, this just feels like an inferior Arise, So I'll do it for that one. So I'm thinking about playing Berseria. Did they say this is? Did they give us a release date for this?
Yeah,
September or
yeah.
something like that?
September 10th.
Okay. I'm gonna try and see what I can do with Berseria sometime in the summer. Maybe like July or August, somewhere around there.
Before or after Ocarina of Time?
Well,
I don't know.
I will
Then
say
what?
from what we've seen of the gameplay, it will be different from Berseria in the fact, for those that don't know, Berseria's combat was basically every button you use was a different attack, and then once you use a button, it goes into like a second tree, and then that tree has an attack for every button. It's very unique in the Tales series, and I don't think they're doing that here. So in the off chance you just don't play Berseria before this, I think you'd still be fine going back to it eventually, because it is pretty unique in that regard.
I don't know. It just looks like in regards to like how the characters move when they attack, and
Yeah, it does. That's why a lot of us thought it would be the same, because it just looks like it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like what I like what I've seen. The only reason I said I was just a little bit disappointed in regard when I was talking about in the DMs back when they first showed it is because I thought that from a gameplay standpoint this was going to be drastically different when not really, which that's not necessarily a bad thing if you liked that realm of stuff. I was just expecting something different, but it's not a big deal to any degree. I'm still looking forward to this a lot.
Okay.
What about the enemy encounters though? Like, anyone fancy the enemy encounters? I mean, for me, I was kind of hoping that I was the first one to complain about that the game didn't look too enough anime for me at first. When I first saw it, I was like, this does not look very anime. Because it was like Unreal Engine, I was like, it looks like the world looks kind of super real. No, I've become accustomed to the graphics, and I like it now to a certain extent. But I was kind of thinking like, oh, they're gonna do Unreal Engine, so we're not gonna have like you hit an enemy and then you load into like a battle arena. Even though the loading is quick, I was kind of hoping like you just like fight them on the map.
Yeah, I think that's I think that they honestly changed it, because when they first showed up, he was just like, the enemies were just on the field and he was just going up to them and he was just like, engaging in combat like it would like I guess a Witcher or something like that. But they definitely changed it to like how do you put this, transition into battle arena style, I guess you could say. They went back to that.
Like Cold Steel 3 and 4 type of thing where you hit them and you're still in the location you're in, but they put like a ring, a ring-like thing around. Basically, what Zestiria and Berseria did. Well, I don't know if Berseria did, but I know Zestiria.
Berseria didn't do that. It had, I think it had 4 or 5 different like types of loading arenas it would put you in.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
memory serves correct, like if you were closer to like the edge of like the map, it would give a different version of that. And some special demons that were in the overworld, you would just get a pre-rendered version of that area that you encountered them in. It would look like the one you just came from, but like clearly something's beyond the boundaries of where you're fighting them. We're a little low res in terms of textures and model quality. So like it almost was like, oh shit, we're still here when you're kind of not. You just load in something that looks like it.
Yeah, they definitely changed it from its first appearance to now. I don't know what happened there. I was all for, seeing enemies on screen and just fighting them there. That's why there was so much speculation around how the combat is going to be, how many party members is going to be, because if it's just going to be open field combat, it felt like you were only going to be in control of one character, and that one character would be, sufficient enough, and I guess have enough combos and stuff like that to, make them feel unique by themselves. But now they completely changed it to, I guess, traditional, I guess you could say, because it's like, it reminds me of Berseria, honestly.
Yeah.
So I am a little bit let down on that one, and I'm a little bit worried that change wasn't for the best, because I think that was their intent, but then they realized how much they had to do, how hard it was going to be, how hard it's probably going to be on, like, I guess, PS4 to process all that, and then maybe they weren't sure if they can get the power of the PS5, but then, somewhere along the lines, they just decided to change it.
So do you guys think, like, moving forward, like, after we're done, like once we get exclude like games for the PS5 and like the Series X, and like moving forward, do you think like the whole transition screen into battle is just gonna be done away with?
Okay, before I get to that, I'm mad how Pelvic is in the chat, but she ain't on the podcast. What is this?
Overwatch?
She asked
yeah.
her.
Overwatch.
What is going on right now, huh?
She said she was waiting for a. She said she was waiting for an invite. She said, "Oh, where's my
Invite? She's in
Nah.
the what?
She's saying she's playing Overwatch now.
Yeah, so like I guess we don't have to. Worse.
Where's your invite?
I'm pretty sure-
You're in the chat.
You're gonna
I'll
think you're like me, right?
If I may,
every Sunday morning.
Shadow Blake, if I may, Pelvic, your invite was when the phone started ringing.
She lied. She's out here lying like she needs an invite. She's right in the chat. She could just what?
Don't listen to it, chat.
Okay, I see how it is, Pelvic. I see how it is. All right. So
we did actually talk about Overwatch before we started, though. So Pelvic, we could technically talk more about Overwatch, but in JRPG context, maybe.
She need a red carpet to be rolled out. You ain't special. You ain't special, girl. If you don't get, oh man.
For the fifth caliber with you.
And Shadow took that personally.
Oh man. Who she thinks she is? I'm sorry, Blake. What was your question, man?
So with like the more strong hardware that we're getting to, and how games are getting like more and more like demanding and stuff, do you guys think? Because I feel like with certain games, like for example, like Persona, JRPGs in general, like there's that whole transition where you run into an enemy and there's like a transition to like a battle screen, then you're in battle. So at some point, because I think Kuro no Kisuke's already done away with the whole like transitions. I'm pretty sure in Kuro you just go right into the battle, right?
Mhm.
I'm wondering if that's going to be like the new standard moving forward, and that like we'll start seeing like in action games, specifically like JRPG action games like Tales, like the next one, we might not see any transition whatsoever. It might just go like it might just be all on the field at the same time.
I think that makes sense though, because before it used to have the transition because of limitations of the hardware.
Right.
The platforms before didn't have the power, so they would have to set up a specific area to battle in.
I think it's kind of like how Monster Hunter used to have areas, and then as soon as World came out and they had stronger processing power, there were no areas anymore. It was just one big map.
Really?
Yep. That's how it was.
That's how they ran it on the harder to run console. That's why they were able to make it look so good for the hardware it was on, was because they were only loading one piece of the map every time someone was on it.
Yeah, and with the appearance of PS5, next generation consoles, it should be easier, especially for JRPGs, especially for a game that looks like Tales of Arise. Should be easier to have stuff on the field.
Is Arise getting a next gen version, like a PS7 series?
Yeah, it's good.
It is.
Yeah.
So I wonder that could be a really good incentive for people to wait to get it on next gen, as if they took out the transition screens.
No,
Like I'm sure it's not like a huge deal, but
Personally, that doesn't do anything for me.
I wouldn't wait for next gen. I'd get it on PC, because here's the thing, right? Before, I don't think a lot of developers took advantage of like SSD powers and the power of SSDs. Before, they would just like make the games and then it would just run on your PC. But I think more and more, because of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they're gonna start optimizing specifically for SSDs. And the good thing about an SSD on PC is that like you can get SSDs pretty cheap now. Like they are really cheap at this point.
they're
in time.
everywhere.
So getting an SSD, like if you wanted like a terabit of SSD, it's about $100. So it's not that expensive. In pounds, it's like about £78 right now on Amazon. I can get a Crucial BX 500 1 terabit SSD, and that's like perfect. I can just dump games on that and just play if I wanted to. So I would say get a PC like a normal person, and obviously you're gonna have to scavenge for a graphics card because you can't get one of those these days. Because like Xbox One and PlayStation 5s, they don't exist in the wild unless, of course, you know someone. But yeah, generally get a PC and then just like get an SSD, and you should be fine from there, pretty much.
Or we could just console game.
Oh man, Pelvic is in here. Oh my goodness, you in the
Or we could just
chat?
console game.
You playing Overwatch? Ooh, what's going on here,
Oh
Pelvic?
my god, I want to play
We
Overwatch.
got her
You
little
gotta say
dirty
that we're
red carpet
chatting.
out.
She plays
Yeah,
Overwatch.
where's
Really
my
invite
red
me.
carpet? I came here without a red carpet, so that must mean you're very
Oh
special.
wow!
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need a rep carpet. You also need some wine too. You need
Ooh,
some
I
hors
would like
d'oeuvres.
some.
You want that
Thank
too?
you.
Flaming
I would
wine.
like some Merlot. Can you give me my goblet? That's right. And I want a foot massage too. Get
Oh
on
my
that.
god!
Love it.
Oh my god! Oh man!
Holy shit. What's up?
Oh, what's up? You want the whole 5-star treatment? All right, what's up? You know?
Mhm. That's right. That's right. I do. I know what I'm worth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss. Since you just jumped in here, let's go with
Yep.
your thoughts on Tales of Arise. You ain't getting no
Looks
intro either.
fucking great. Looks fucking great. I'm super excited. There are a few things I don't like. There are like the interface was lacking. I didn't like the interface. I don't know. I thought the interface was super generic. I don't know. I was like, ugh. But also I don't like the transitions. That was one thing that kind of irked me. It's like fade to black or like I don't know swipes to black, and I think that's very like I don't know if that's a like this is like a prototype, or what do you call it, like beta or whatever. So maybe they'll fix that. Because think about like Exilia has like the cool X that shows up, or like the screen cracks, right? Like cool ways to like transition into fights, in my humble opinion. But this was like a swipe, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like it just looked cheap to me. I was like, "What the fuck? This game looks beautiful. Then you're gonna add a cheap ass turns? Fuck off."
They probably put the budget into everything else.
Yeah. It definitely shows if that's the case.
Can you imagine a developer of the game is listening to this, in the chat, big fan of the show, probably Pelvic's biggest fan, and then here's this like a cheap animation just for transition, and they're like, God damn it!
Well, gotta redo the whole game now.
No, everything
Wait
else
till
looks great.
2025.
I'm trying to find, and we could swim, right? That was exciting. Yeah, we could swim in this game. I was like, oh, look at us. Look at
I know there's
look
water
at this.
combat.
But I feel
Shut
like
up,
is there what? Wait, is there water combat?
No, not from what
No.
we've seen.
Oh, okay. I was
Wait,
like, hold
wait,
on.
it's
Far
just-
off, just wait.
Blake is just trying to get assassinated.
No, but one thing I just wish though is like, don't get me wrong, the action combat looks cool as fuck, right? Like I'm here for that. That looks nice. And it looks like there's. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm rewatching what's on the screen right now, but yeah, the transition needs work. I think I don't know. I'm still worried about like the dungeons though, or like the world, because this still looks like, even though it's like glammed up and stuff, it still looks really generic. Like it still looks.
I would have to agree with that.
Like it looks like, oh look, a snow world. Oh look, a fire world. Oh look, and I'm just kind of like,
Just like Mario.
Yeah, but
You
how
know?
how do you do something that's not a snow, fire, or like ice world at this
but
point?
you can make it interesting. So like I made like a whole thread about this on Twitter like fucking forever ago, and someone was saying how like the mount, like they have like a fire realm that's like volcanoes, but like within the volcanoes it's like glass, because they work with glass, they work with fire, like metals and glass and I was like, oh, that's cool. So it's like it's an interesting take on a realm of fire that specializes in glass. So there's just a lot of glass works that I haven't seen it, but to me I was like, oh, this sounds cool. I mean, oh man, okay, I wish when my next May 15th, I'm dropping my top 5 favorite JRPGs with best dungeons video. That's a mouthful, I know. But like literally, there are so many dungeons. Like I don't want to like spoil like what I put in the video, but there are so many ways to make an area look interesting or switch it up or. Because think about it, Tales of is not known for puzzles, right? Like in its dungeons. Their dungeons are pretty like cut and dry. There's a few puzzles here and there, but I wouldn't say it's like a Zelda or it's like I don't know. It's not. Again, it's not a puzzle game, but there are plenty of JRPGs that do have puzzles, like within their dungeons, within their worlds, right? Like I mean, just anything. Mother 3, for example. This isn't a spoiler. Mother 3 has like a bathroom dungeon, which I think is hilarious. It's granted that won't fit in the realm of Tales, or I mean, unless developers can do whatever they want, right? But do you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh, okay. It got
What?
really
We're
super
just giving-
quiet. Okay.
We are just giving you our
I don't know,
undivided
we
attention.
giving you the floor. We giving you the red carpet. Go ahead. You
Oh,
know?
okay, you are. Sorry.
This
Nice
is the
and
top
clear.
of pelvic
You
culture.
got all your stuff.
Stop
The
quiet.
lady
I got
Wasn't in
scared.
games, man.
Oh my god, no, it was like pin drop quiet, so I got nervous. But point is like it was interesting though to be like, oh, a bathroom dungeon, and there's like an enemy that you can't defeat that's chasing you. I'm like, this is a good way to spruce up a dungeon. Oh, vision, or inverse controls. Not that I ever want that, but different elemental dangers. Oh, different puzzles aside from like switches or push a block. Right? There's so many ways to make a dungeon area interesting, and they rarely do it. And that upsets. Even how you traverse could be more interesting. Like they have a start. Like now we could swim. Yippee-ki-yay. But like Kingdom Hearts 3, I mean, having the flow motion, super fun. Running on walls, love it.
Yeah,
Why
that's
can't we-
true. I'm
You
definitely
know, so
gonna
there
agree
are
with you on that.
So even if, let's say they have the generic world, like I see like a canyon, right? The snow, fire, blah blah blah. Make how we traverse that. In Kingdom Hearts, we like slid on a shield through like Hercules World. That was fun. So why don't we incorporate that? Tales of Berseria, we had the like kind of skateboard, not skateboard, hoverboard thing, right? But we got
the
that like
geoboard.
but we got that super late in game. So why can't they do stuff like that? Like if you're gonna have this world, cool, make it fun to traverse. Why can't we slip and slide? Why can't we ride, I don't know, like a sand whale or some shit? Holy crap. There's so many things you could do, and I'm kind of tired of people like dismissing it like, oh well, how can you make this interesting? So many ways. There's plenty of ways.
I'm curious definitely to see that video that you have in Works Pelvic. That's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah,
When
I
is
think.
the date it's dropping? The video.
Excuse me?
When is the date the video is dropping?
May 15th, baby, my birthday. Hey.
Oh,
So y'all
man.
getting me.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Sosuke, what would you think of Araz?
I like what I see so far from combat. I'm glad to see normal attacks make a return because those were how you truly got combos started and how you could keep the flow going without having to only rely on your arts. It's also just nice to get to see more of other party members outside of the girl with the gun and the guy with the cracked mask who I almost thought was Trunks for a second back when the game first got revealed. It overall just looks good. I want to see like some more unique system mechanics outside of just, oh, you have normal attacks, oh, you have arts, oh, you have air combat. You could switch between people mid-combat. I want to see something that like every Tales game has its own unique thing that it adds to combat. Even if it isn't super major, I want to see that. Like, a friend of mine brought this up about Tales of the Abyss. If they were to bring the overlimit gauge back, but in like, for individual characters, it's like in force piece sections, you could spend 25% of it to cancel one art into another one you normally couldn't do after said art was already done. Just keeping the flow of combat up and varying how things work. I'd like to see that. And also, I hope the world doesn't have this weird hazy bloom effect on it throughout the rest of the game, because that desert area, I don't know if it was just me. I was getting tired looking at it until like they actually started fighting. And that hand-to-hand fighter, bless you, Bandai Namco. He looks incredible. Thank
Did you notice there's a soul system? It looks like something akin to a soul system because you can see like the diamonds. So I hope they
rebalance that because
I hate the soul system personally. But two is also there was like a core break, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with souls or like I call them souls. I don't know what else to call them, but because like when he was fighting that giant rock thing, there was a core break, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if that plays into.
I hope it plays into combat in some way because it seems like it's like a free stagger and you get to do more damage. But I'd like to learn more.
That soul system just might be the CC system of this game, like how a lot of their games use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering if it works the same way as the soul system. You know.
Well, one thing we did see in the trailers they shown also, if you time your perfect dodge, you do get some of it back, so that's still the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's going to mean nothing to me because your girl does not believe in perfect dodging. She's so bad at it.
Really?
Jesus.
Listen, I dodge. I just don't perfect dodge. The only time I can perfect dodge is if I'm like not fighting like 4 enemies at once. Then I'm like, okay, cool.
Do you not perfect dodge on purpose, or you just can't do it?
I'm sure I could do it if I really, really wanted to, but I'm also one of those like frantic dodgers. I can't get hit, can't get hit. Only time, like the only game I feel like I really frantically was like, oh, I have to perfect dodge is like Bayonetta because
Yeah, I was about to say, might I say, just play some Bayonetta and practice. Use that game as practice until you understand perfect dodging completely.
Oh, I did. Let me tell you, Bayonetta, you have to. You don't have a choice. You
It's part of
have
the
to
gameplay.
learn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get that
is
wish
like-
time going.
Does that mean you can't parry either?
Whoa,
Yeah.
we ain't talking about that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because I mean,
I'm better at
parry-
perfect dodging than parry. It depends. Because on East, I don't know, man. East Memories of Salsetta, bitch. Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. Oh, I was the fucking parry master. Or no, I was the no. East 8, I was the parry master. Salsetta, I was the dodge master. That's how that
Why
shit
do you
went.
think it? Why do you think it was different for both games?
That's a great question, Riku. I don't have an answer.
I
Great
can,
question.
I can pull something out of my ass based on unhealthy hours of action games. Different frame data for enemies across all the games. Different ways that attacks come at you. Hell, even the frame rate affects how and when you're supposed to parry. It isn't just it's coming at me like this game, and then you miss up the parry and you eat asinine amounts of damage because you thought it was the same.
So I have a
So,
question for
personally,
everyone
differently.
about Arise. How many party members do you want?
8.
I heard the rumor was that there's 2 more party members to reveal.
2.
I would say
Perfect.
that would be a safe bet. I personally would want more, but I feel like 6 would be like perfect.
No.
How many can you have on the field with you?
4.
Four.
Maybe
Or
4? Then give me 8.
Yeah,
No.
because you wanna have like a swappable party. I think for me,
I
one of the
want-
best
yeah.
things in a JRPG is when you can just like one of your side of your party is down, and then you can just swap out characters. I think that's always nice.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I love Vesperia special edition so much. You have 9 people, so like battles never got boring. So I just constantly swap people out.
Mm-hmm.
that were
always say if you
interesting.
have,
Go ahead.
I always say if you have the how many people you can bring into battle, the party should have at least double that. So if there's 4 on the battlefield, in my opinion, there needs to be a minimum of 8.
I feel the Tales series is perfect for that because every character really is just a different experience when you play. So if there was ever an RPG series to like give you a ton of party members, the Tales series is it.
So one of the things that I'm seeing from Tales of Arise is that a lot of things that are normal in Tales of games that are standard have been pretty much thrown by the wayside, removed. One of the things that I noticed immediately was no post-battle victory speeches.
Bullshit.
Which sucks,
There we
but
go.
Fucking bullshit.
I was very disappointed with that. I'm like, that's one of the charm of Tales of. I was recently playing Vesperia.
I will live.
And it's nice to see, Estelle going for a high five and stuff like that. And them talking about how stupid the battle was, how easy it was. Or in Exalia when they was talking about bazongas. That came out of nowhere. I laughed.
Yeah, that's not post battle.
Yeah, that's post battle. It's a post battle thing when they win. They say something about bazongas. It's also a skit, but
I'm gonna need to turn my PS3 on then.
yeah, it's definitely a post battle thing for that. Another thing is that the co-op is gone as well, which I think some people in here really value co-op, but let's be real.
co-op.
Yeah, but let's be real. Not a lot of people were using it. Not that
I
many
agree.
people. Like
I agree.
Like
the thing with that, unfortunately for Tales, is like if you have never played with like other people, you won't understand it. But it's a night and day experience playing with humans versus like dumb AI. Like it really is.
I believe you, and I have played Tales of with like friends and stuff before, and it's like good, but I'm fine. Like I'm perfectly fine being solo because that means I don't have to deal with human interaction. And
Exactly.
I think that's a
See,
fair
the
trade-off.
issue is that the option is gone. Like if you want to play solo, then that's fine. But for
Yeah.
people that did play co-op, they just
But
can't play
but
with
truly,
three
let's
friends
be
now.
real. Let's be real for a second. How many people, especially in the day of COVID, and or are we allowed to say that with the the virus, whatever. And I know, vaccinations are rolling out. And that's great. But like, how many people, even pre, dark times, how many people were truly playing Tales of games? Like, if you were to give me a percentage, like 60-40, 70-30, who was playing?
Like Tales of
you
games
know?
in general.
I personally couldn't give you
multiplayer, sorry,
one
multiplayer.
because
I would say about 80.
I mean, I've never played a Tales of game by
Maybe
myself.
even
It's always
90.
been with somebody.
Like, that's
Seriously.
fair. That's what I'm saying.
Same.
Like, the option is fine. I understand people's will, but I'm just like, it was so, like, if it, let's say it is 80-20, right? 20% of the people were doing multiplayer stuff or whatever. Like, that's just a whole other thing you have to configure. And I get you're taking away something special, but I don't know.
I never
Yeah.
got it though. I
just
never
don't
got it. I
feel
had
bad.
some mates of mine who used to play the co-op, and they tried to get me in, and they were like, "Hey man, like come play co-op with us." And I remember we went over to a mate's house, and we like staying over the night. We were teenagers at the time, and they put on Abyss, and they were playing co-op, and they were like, "Come, let's play on the PS2." And they had a GameCube on the other side of the room with Def Jam in it, and I was like, "Look, here's the thing. I tried this. I'm not enjoying being like a third wheel on this adventure. Like I can't control the guy. I'm just playing one guy in combat scenes only." And I was like, nah, I don't want this. I want to go in this corner and check this thing out, and you want to go somewhere else. Like this is not working for me. So I just went and played Def Jam. I don't like playing co-op for that reason. Like someone is going to want to do something, especially if I'm not the guy in charge. I feel like it's gonna suck. Maybe if I'm the one playing like lead and I'm controlling the main character and everyone else is just like controlling a sub character, then fine. But then I kind of feel like in my mind I'm thinking they must be bored out of their mind when I'm like spending half an hour just to explore one side of the map that has nothing to do with the main plot. So
So, like, how does it work when you guys are playing co-op back in the day with Tales of games? Like, do you just play the game with the story and just each battle is just like, oh, do what you gotta do in the battle? Like, how does
It
that work?
honestly
I don't think I've
gives
ever
more
done it.
incentive. It gives more incentive to get into combat because y'all can sit there and play more. It gives you more reasons to explore that version of the linear motion battle system with people when
What
you
does
can
it-
coordinate.
and also
When you can
simply
coordinate
just
together.
pass around the controller to control the human
Yeah,
if
like
you
Or-
really want.
I just play by myself and
Yeah, like-
and then you
but
get
then the
the
issue is
story.
also just taking the option away because
Like
I
I'll
feel
give
like you
you
shouldn't
a
take options from players.
I'll give you a specific
Okay,
game where
but
playing
if the
alone is
option-
like just weird, and that's Tales of the Abyss. Tales of the Abyss's battle system, the Field of Phonons, is meant for co-op. Like AI cannot use that battle system at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
but
like
then
here's the
you
thing.
have-
When you were saying about
That's
options
pretty
though,
bold.
when you were talking about options though, I know like yeah, you shouldn't take away options from player, but when it's an option that so little people are using, like so little, and I'm not even talking about like if it is something regarding like disabilities or and whatnot, right? But I'm talking about just like a function that is meant for funsies, right? And if most people aren't using that mechanic, I guess I don't know. I just like why.
Plus,
And of course, it depends on their budget, right? Because I guess you could argue, well, why do games put photo mode? That's just fun and blah blah blah. But it seems like a lot of people are using it. Or they have the budget for it. Like God of War had the budget for it. Kingdom Hearts had the budget for it.
That's
Tales
true.
of Arise, I don't know.
I mean,
I think
Bandai Namco is a massive company.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say this is Bandai Namco's cover franchise for JRPGs.
If I'm being honest, I
Yeah.
don't think multiplayer is that hard to implement in these games either.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No,
saying too. I'm like,
it is.
especially
Like,
when
the use of multiplayer is literally just you open like the menu to adjust your party. You hit select twice. Boom, they're on manual.
yeah,
but
and-
you have to program multiplayer, though.
Yeah, I was like, is anyone here
Give it a week and there'll be a
developer
PC mod.
here?
I
Just wait.
technically am.
Here?
If you want to get technical, yes.
Yeah, there's a whole netcode and stuff like that. And then you know what? They could. It's like this is the reason why a lot of games come out now and developers put out the single player phase and say, "Oh, we'll drop multiplayer 2 months down the line." If it was so simple, they'd have just done it from day one. Obviously, there's some technicality that makes it a bit more difficult to
Thank you.
implement multiplayer. So I don't think it's as simple as like, oh, well, let's just put multiplayer in it, And even though
Okay, let's remember that though. For like a month within the game coming out, and PC players have already modded it in.
Exactly, like
players are
PC.
gonna do it.
I'm
Oh,
sure that's going to
absolutely.
be modded in on PC. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
easy.
PC players will do it because it's PC players, and you know they basically are geniuses on the PC because it's magnificent.
Oh my
Well, I don't
goodness.
know if that's
I don't know if
that's a valid argument.
Like an opportunity to-
I don't even think
It
that's
was
a valid argument.
If I may,
It was
if
like
I may
an-
explain
an
something
opportunity.
But you have to understand they're coding for PC, or not Switch. I'm sorry, but PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
If I
Yeah,
may
You know, so it's
explain
not.
something.
So you know, it's the whole kit and caboodle. It's not just PC. It's not. So you know, you have to take that in consideration as well.
If I may
So-
explain something about Tales of multiplayer, especially since it's been a thing since Symphonia, almost like every single game has had multiplayer since then. The way multiplayer works is literally duplicating the option to control onto other controller ports. That's why when you open up the menu, if you were to like put a character on manual, it's the same thing as you, the first player, playing. It's just allowing the other controller ports to have full access to them.
I'm gonna ask
That's
some
why it's not
developer
that-
people. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's why it
I'm
doesn't
trusting
seem
you
like
guys.
that it's that hard because it's just been done over and over again.
Yeah, it's and especially with like the power that we have now with the PS4 and the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Like there should be no reason. I was thinking maybe frame rate might drop, I guess, or maybe they have to throw down the textures, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not a
it's
developer,
like-
but
It's all netcode. I think it all comes in netcode.
It's
because
not
it doesn't
even
matter
that
how-
because the multiplayer's always been local.
yeah, exactly. We're
I'm
talking
not-
about
I'm
local.
not-
We're
I'm
not
not-
talking about. We're not talking about like online. We're talking about just local.
I
co-op.
didn't. Yeah,
but
I
you're
didn't
gonna have to
think online either.
connect. You're gonna have to connect to someone else's network to play if you're playing multiplayer online.
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no,
who's
no,
gonna-
no, no,
Well,
no.
we're
There is
not
no
talking about
multiplayer
online.
online.
Oh, you
Not
mean
talking
like
about
specifically
online.
just local multiplayer?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
just
what
local.
I'm
It's
talking
always
about.
it's always been local multiplayer.
Wait, was
Yeah.
Blake gonna show up at your house to play it or something?
Cars.
I see, I-
Yeah, back in the day, we used to do that. Q.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
in the day. But think about it. Even Smash now is mostly online. No, I'm
True.
sure Smash feels
the
better.
fighting game.
I'm confident. Listen, I'm sure Smash feels better when everyone's on the couch screaming, be like, "Oh, you know, of course it does. You guys
does.
are right next to each other. Of course it does." But
get
let's
to
not
see.
deny that Smash is widely played online.
Mhm.
You know, it just is. You know, so I just feel like couch co-op and all that stuff, unfortunately, is just dying.
Yeah, think of the
Nintendo
past.
What you're
Absolutely.
saying,
You know?
I can't agree with using that comparison as a fighting game player because it's two different realms. This is a full-on
Okay,
story-based experience
Okay.
compared to
Okay,
a,
all right.
a progressive grind.
But if a
with
fighting
quality
game-
better.
But if a fighting game can't pull people, the biggest fighting game can't pull people together, then what do you think? You think little Tales of Arise gonna do it? You think Tales of Arise
Actually,
be
it
like,
does
this is the
pull
moment?
people together.
Not enough. Not enough people.
I
No,
don't
you'd be
know. I think
surprised
there
at how
are
many.
people together for that.
You'd be surprised at how many people find ways to just play Smash with each other, especially in a time like this.
This
Okay,
sounds
but that-
like a
Well, wear
very-
masks.
But, okay,
and sit
that
far
Smash
across the
can do
room.
that, but can Tales of Arise do that?
No, but the point there is that having the option is still nice regardless. No
Is this
one
really-
Having the
actively-
option is nice. I agree with that. Having the option
Yes.
is nice. But I can't be mad. Like, I'm just like, I'm not mad about it. There's such a.
Yeah,
There's so
I
many
can
people who
I
play.
can only say it probably has something to do with the core battle mechanics, which is why we don't have it in the first place.
yeah, exactly. It's
Like,
got to do something with
I
that.
can
though.
say this:
Maybe.
one game that you don't need a full party of four to play out of like the entire franchise is Exilia. That game is more of a two-player Tales game than a four-player one because of how that system works. I have
Yeah.
played Exilia with 4 people.
It
Not
gets
fun.
weird.
That's not a good
Okay.
time.
I feel like
First, we gotta find 4 people invested to play a Tales of game.
I feel like it's
Yeah,
just
I know.
like it's just
Fascinating.
there. It's just a nice little option to have. It's not really all that important. Like I can't see. Poor
You
people
see, you
all-
say that because you don't use it though.
Yeah, I don't
but
use
with the
it.
majority.
For a lot of
I don't-
people, it is an
People,
important feature.
truly,
Not a
how
lot of
many
people. It's
people-
like
But again,
small amount.
I feel, man, someone put up a poll. Am I gonna have to put up a poll? I don't even
Make a
know.
Oh
poll.
man,
Make a poll. It's gonna be like
Poll.
5 people.
Hold on, but I
And-
had to write
and-
something. Hold on, I had to write a thank you message on Twitter though because I'm really thankful for how good my fucking video did today. Hey,
Because I did
But-
see a lot. I am someone who just browses Reddit whenever because I'm bored, and it's a much better experience than Twitter. And I see a lot of Tales fans going, "This sucks." I
Yeah, I've
guess
seen
I'll
it
just
too.
play it.
Honestly, that's anecdotal.
I've seen
That's
it too, actually. A
anecdotal.
lot
Nah,
of people are disappointed.
I don't say there's a lot of people. I think like this game is gonna sell like 250,000 copies.
It's the
It's gonna be like
vocal
1,000 people.
minority.
Like that
Mhm.
cares.
It's the
Like,
vocal
no,
minority.
yeah,
I'm telling you, it's
it's
the
not a
vocal
lot.
minority. You know,
Hardcore Tales fans,
I'm
not the
sure
vocal
if I went
minority.
on a fan, you know, I'm sure if I went looking for something, I could find it. You know,
Yeah,
like who are the people
exactly.
who are the people that think, you know, Final Fantasy VIII is like really good? I'm sure, unfortunately, I
Oh
can find
no,
it. You
it's
know,
always
So-
gonna come back to this.
Now you're
That's
You
actually
went
probably
there.
the majority. Calvin.
That's bait. That's bait. I'm not even touching that.
that's hard bait.
All right, so go off.
All right, so I think for Tales of Arise, my closing thoughts on this is that I'm worried about this game. I honestly look at it. I look at it more now, and I'm seeing there is no difference between this game mostly and Tales of Berseria, because like Pelvic said, the menus look generic. You still got a transition into battle. I don't know what's gonna set this game apart. That's really gonna knock it out of the park for anybody, for casuals, to just say, yes, Tales of games are great, are amazing games. I honestly think this game is just gonna come out now, and it's just gonna be whatever. Like I thought, like looking at the first trailer, that this game in this series was truly going to change. But now looking at it now, still transitioning to battle, you still got you know, like I guess you could say a map that's interconnected. There's no difference really. So I don't think this game's gonna make a big splash as I think it should, honestly.
So there's a super chat. So Daniel Schuler. Yeah, I can read.
Jesus, boy.
Tales of
my
Arise
lord.
on Xbox Game Pass thoughts. Is it going to Game Pass?
If it
I
does
didn't
go
know
to
that.
no, it's not going to Game Pass. It's not. There's no confirmation on that. But if it does,
Oh, okay. If it goes to Game Pass, I mean, if it goes to Game Pass, I might play it because
Good.
it's free. But
yeah, honestly, I
Down
wouldn't be
the line.
surprised if it did. If it does,
is Scarlet Nexus and Code Vein on Game Pass?
Code Vein is on Game Pass.
Pretty
Oh,
sure
sorry, this is
Berseria is
Oh.
Berseria on Game Pass.
No,
I feel like
Berseria's
it
not
is.
on Game
No,
Pass.
it's not.
So I'm
Vesperia
curious about
is.
this comment that we got here from J Run. Tales is just whatever now. The franchise has been stale for a while now.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I do.
A
painfully-
lot of people would agree.
I agree with
I
that, and
know.
I felt that
I know.
Arise was supposed to be the game to get it
I
out of that
know.
world, but I don't think it's gonna be that game. I think it might. There's a chance that it might be that game because as more years go by, I think JRPGs get a little bit more spotlight. But honestly, I don't think it's enough. I don't think this is going to be that game. I thought if it was going in that direction of, as I like to put it, The Witcher combat, it would have had a better shot. But this just looks like any other
like
Tales game. Honestly, I can't.
I know, and that's what kills me. That's what killed. Like if they would have shown, again, oh man, if they would have shown, what's that like one? It looks like a Western JRPG or Western RPG. I don't know if it actually is, but they showed it at E3 where you could like swing from like cliff to cliff. You had guarding, parrying, dodging, but they had like really cool ways of traversing. I was like, oh man, like.
I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Like, if they would have shown that, but like Tales of, that would have been like that would have been it, fam. You know?
So
for me.
Are you talking about
basically,
the
you guys
PS5
were
one?
just
Project Athia, thank you, Basis. That's what you're
Yeah,
talking
Oh,
Forspoken.
Wait,
Well, no, it
They
wasn't
got a name
Forspoken.
now?
That's not what I'm talking
No,
You
about.
mean
I
the
think-
Final Fantasy looking one? The one that looks like
No.
Final Fantasy?
No, I think Project at Home. I mean, the Project Athia. Is that?
Oh, that game. Oh, okay, that game.
Think-
That game.
I could've
Yeah,
swore it's
Project
called-
Athia. But I'm telling you, if Tales of would have
Fuck.
just taken a few pages from Project Athia's book, we could have had like. Don't get me wrong, I'm still excited for this game. I want to be very clear.
Yeah,
In my heart, like
exactly.
I'm
Me
still
too.
here for this. Okay, I want
Yeah.
to be super clear. You know, but Tales of Athia oh my god.
That's cool. I'm
Project
not
Athia.
gonna lie.
And-
That's cool.
And I think we had somebody in the chat, Aspray, saying in the chat that that Arise just looks safe. That's honestly what it looks
Yeah.
like. I thought this was going to be
Yeah.
completely different. No, it's
so
not.
you guys
plausible.
wanted like a super like from the ground up like next gen Tales game, but instead you got Pokemon Sword and Shield.
That's not
Wow,
the,
you're not even
That's
that's
wrong.
not the most
Holy
wrong
shit.
way to put it.
Yeah, I was like,
I can't
this,
say that
this gotta be
wrong,
another
though.
game that you can compare it to. I
I
won't
can't say
Sword
that
and Shield.
completely.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know what you
by
mean.
the way, I lied.
You
I
have
lied.
the
It's
right
not
idea.
Project Athia. It's not Project Athia. That is not. Nope.
That's not that one.
Nope.
This is a transitional
Forspoken-
game, though.
No, there was a different one. It looked like Skyrim, but like infinitely better.
Whoa!
Oh,
Why you
ah,
fuck?
shit.
It's
just
not
think-
hard
I-
to do Skyrim.
I know what game you're talking
I
about.
know what
It
you're
was
talking
on
about. That's
E3. Like you
Yeah,
swung from a
oh,
rope. That's
God.
what I remember. And I was like, that's so cool. But it had frame rate issues. That was the thing.
Yeah, I know what
Everybody
you're
was like,
talking
this looks
about, yeah.
great, but it has frame rate. It was that one. It was
What
not
doesn't
Project
these
Athia.
days?
That's
I
true.
feel like with
Really
Arise,
bad.
we just need to have our expectations in check. Like this is probably not going to be like
Yeah, unfortunately,
the renaissance of
doesn't
the
that
Tales
suck, though?
series.
it should have been
Doesn't that
though.
suck?
It should have
Doesn't that
been.
actually suck?
If I
You know,
may, I
That we
think
have to temper our expectations because this it looks next gen. Like it does. Well,
Pelvic, is that it?
No, that's not it. I think that's it.
what
I
is
just dropped
what?
it in the
Avowed?
chat.
Avowed.
Yeah, it's a vow.
Avowed.
It's avowed.
Let me
Is
look.
it?
Yeah, that's it.
Avowed. Hold on.
if I may about the whole expectations thing,
Go ahead, Toska.
I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that I can't keep setting my expectations
No.
ridiculously higher and higher with each game because if I enjoyed this game, I'd want something of the same quality, but I don't want something that's unrealistic in terms of like, nah, this has to be like 4,000 times better. It has to have all this extra
Every single
stuff that,
Pokemon region in the game.
like, yeah,
It should
like
have the
that's
Pokemon
like
region.
it's like going into the next game expecting the company to just stop developing every other game they're touching and then just dump all their budget on that and think, yeah, that's how it's going to turn out because that's not the reality of the situation. I just have to expect something enjoyable without also being like, damn.
I think their plan was to make this game look different and be different battle wise, but then as time kept going on, people probably kept saying that this isn't a Tales game, this isn't what Tales of is about, and they just went back to safe. They went back to normal. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's still gonna be a good Tales game. I don't think it's gonna be bad. Like
I don't
Pelvic
think
said,
it's
I'm
going
still
to
hyped
be
for it.
mind-blowing.
But yeah,
Nope.
it's not gonna be mind blowing. It should be mind blowing, but it's not going to be mind.
You know what I actually want from this game? Like even more than like just good gameplay. I want like an amazing story and set of characters again.
Same.
Me too.
For yeah,
To be fair though, I thought Berseria had a great story.
yeah, I thought
I
Berseria had a
liked
real.
Berseria. I thought
really
Berseria
good
was
story.
fucking fire. I love that.
People sleep on Berseria. I honestly think too many people sleep on Berseria.
Hey, to be
It's more or
fair,
less the
after you
world
got
of attached,
burned
dude.
by Zestiria, I got burned. I mean, I bought the collector's edition of Zestiria, and when I played that game, I was so fucking disappointed. I was so done with Tales. And then someone gifted me Berseria. I was like, you have to play this. Because I said I'm not buying it anymore. I was so pissed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I
was
had to follow
pissed.
Hysteria.
No, Zestiria was terrible. And then Berseria knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah. And
And then now we have a Rise, so we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not Avowed. Just throwing that out there. It's third
What about
person.
someone
Yeah.
said Grand Blue Fantasy?
No, that's
Relink?
not. No, that's not it.
Really? Mm-mm.
I
No,
know
it
exactly.
definitely looks like it definitely has like the Skyrim aesthetic. If you will.
Yeah, I definitely
third
know what
person.
Pelvic is talking about. I just
And it
I
had
forgot
frame
the
rate
name.
issues at not E3 at the Game Awards.
Oh,
Sorry.
now I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the sequel to Black Desert.
Is that
was
it?
a sequel to Black
It
Desert?
Is that what
sounds
it
like
is?
it. It
It was
sounds
a
like.
sequel?
The one with like the
It looked like a
crazy
sequel.
dragon combat in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it called? Crimson Desert or something?
Is it Crimson Desert?
I think so.
Is that the name of it?
That sounds about right.
Like it looked amazing. Everyone was raving about it. I remember.
But did it have frame rate issues though? I'm
Yes.
telling you. Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, then it had to be that. Then yeah, that sounds about
I'm gonna,
right. It was
I'm
like an
gonna drop
open
it in
world.
there.
Yeah, I think this is it.
You
Yeah.
got it
Yeah.
already.
This is it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was-
Crimson
Alright.
Desert.
All right,
Alright.
all right. So yeah, that's what I needed from Tales of Arise.
Yeah, it's not.
That's what I needed.
Well, we'll see what happens when it releases. We've been talking about Tales of Arise for
Yeah.
almost an hour here. Let's move on to
Damn, son.
let's
Tales of
move.
Arise podcast.
Yeah, let's move on to Lost Soul Aside. This game,
baby.
this game has like been in the dark for a long time. When I first saw it, I was mind blown by it. But then, like for like I don't know, 4 years, it just suddenly decided to just stay dark. But now, recently, we got a trailer, and it's looking really good. Sosuke, I think you have a lot to say about this. So, you want to kick it off?
Well, for those of you who don't know, Lost Soul Aside was originally going to be made by one man by himself. Like this was going to be a one-man project before Sony stepped in. And I remember hearing about this like I think right after Final Fantasy 15 like got released. I remember hearing about it right after that, and I'm like, 15 wasn't feeling good. And I see this like I just start seeing this circulating around like this trailer for the game, and if you go back to the initial trailer, like it's like night and day. It doesn't look as good as this, what you're seeing on screen, but it still looks really good. like for one person to be working on, and it disappeared for a while. So seeing it again, I'm like, wait, it lives, and the combat looks like it's a huge step up from what it initially was. It's almost like they just dumped, like they had everybody sit down and just either watch unnecessary amounts of action game videos or just play them to just study the in-depth mechanics, the cinematography, everything about it to understand what makes action games so incredible to begin with. So to just see somebody go from being one man working on it to having an entire team making something that looks like it would cost just $80 just to even be a beta tester for is incredible. It's like, wow, this game looks great. Like the combat, so over the top. Like there's going to be a section later in the footage where man's surfing down a hill and you're thinking, oh, he's on the dragon. No, he's on his sword, and you can surf on the sword in combat and still fight enemies like that. It's all over the place. It looks so good, and like I just need to know, can we get at least a demo for it? Can we try this? Can we understand what we're getting into? Because this looks like what I want action games to be, where you don't get quick time events to be the action. No, you just always are the action. You're always doing something. It isn't just a stop. It isn't. It's like when I pick up the controller, I'm in control. Type stuff. Like DMC5 did that, and that was incredible. I love that game. And something else taking up that mantle of just you're always going to be the center of action. Yes, please. And it also looks like it's going to have an interesting lore behind it too, so that just makes it better. I need more stuff like this. Please. Give me that.
Is this game exclusive to PlayStation, or was it coming out to others? Oh, okay.
Yes, PS4 and PS5.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's another exclusive for PlayStation, I guess.
No, it's not good. It should be on PC.
I'm honestly, if this was on PC, it needs one of those like graphic settings where it's like, can your PC handle this? I want to see this game push. I want to see this game push consoles to their limit. Not like Cyberpunk. I don't want to hear about crashes or anything. God no. I don't want people saying this game bad because port wasn't right.
It seems like... Oh, okay, go ahead, Bob.
I was gonna say, I remember when this game was like first revealed and thinking it looked like a more impressive Final Fantasy 15. And this is actually my first time watching this new trailer now, like as I'm talking, and I'm like really, really impressed. Like this looks insane. And I hope that it does what 15 did it, and actually what Sasuke said, let you control this. Because for those that don't know, Final Fantasy 15's combat was flashy, but it was just holding the X button. So I hope there's actual like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta mechanics going on here. But yeah, I'm looking at this for the first time now, this new trailer, and I am just blown away. This is crazy.
Can you post what it originally was? Because if I'm thinking of the same game, then holy shit, the glow up is unreal. I did hear that there was this game by one dude, and then Sony stepped in. I'm wondering if this is this game, the origin story. So I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
It does look good, but unfortunately, it just doesn't have that anime aesthetic that I like so much.
Oh man, I know that feeling.
Here is the trailer from 4 years ago, Pelvic.
Thank you.
So yeah, the game does look good, but it's like it's more. It could be just from what they showing off. I feel like it's more flash than substance. I don't know, but like it's a lot of particle effects, a lot of lighting stuff going around that was happening in that battle. I'm hoping, like Sosuke said, we can control all that was going on in battle, except for the last moments of the battle, which seemed like it was on the rails. But yeah, definitely the combat definitely looks good. Looks like a normal traversing when you're just like walking around and doing stuff and just exploring. I do have high hopes for this game.
The glow up is actually kind of fucking unreal. Like looking at what Sosuke just posted it in, like, our little chat, and then seeing what it is now.
It's like
the glow up is pretty big, yo.
It's like initially it was just going to be an indie game, and then they gave them a team, and now it's like, oh, we can do work. Okay.
Yeah. This is actually pretty bananas.
I actually personally think it would Shadow in regards to all flash, a little less substance. I kind of I'm on the side of that. The trailer that I just posted is the one from 2017. It's a little bit later than the one that Sosuke posted, and in that one, I feel like the way he, in this one, the way he moves his blade, is just it looks a little more satisfying than a bunch of supernatural crazy nonsense that he was doing in the latest one, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, extremely flashy and whatnot, but I think I personally like. And hopefully, the weapon that he's using in the 2017 one, that dual double blade one, it still exists, because it looks like he may have removed some things for more supernatural demon claws and summoning swords and all that stuff. Hopefully, all of the stuff is still there. Hopefully, everything made it, but we'll see how long this game actually takes to come out. Hopefully, we don't have to wait this entire generation for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not like when should this be coming out? It should be coming out next year, right? Like, what is going on with this?
No,
How are
dude.
people so eager for games? Oh my god! Like, you guys not have a backlog?
Well,
Holy
no.
shit!
Well, for me personally,
I'm a COVID.
I don't think it's like the backlog thing. It's just that like we've known about this game for a long, long time. It's like,
I have
okay,
a
when is
question
it
then.
coming out?
When do you think it's appropriate to know about a game?
A year?
Honestly,
Yeah.
personal bias. I don't want to know about it until like the year of it coming out.
Same. I'm there.
Like I'm
I wanna know about a
jaded
complete
from
product.
Square Enix from the past like 15 years.
Talk to him.
Yeah,
Talk
but that's
to
what I'm
him.
saying. People clamor for Final Fantasy 15 news, or like when Kingdom Hearts 3. You know, all that. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a whole different situation. I shouldn't even use that one, but
that's like the wide.
But like, you know, they get like a hint of it and they're like, woo, you know, but no, then it's later like, oh, we saw this in 2020 and let's say now it's 2025 or something, you know, people were like, oh, where is it? I'm like, holy shit, you can't win. Damned if you do, damned if
No, I think it should be a year at least.
Wasn't it like Resident Evil 2 remake? They announced it and the game was coming out less than like a year after they announced it or something like that.
I think there was like some news that they were working on it, but yeah, they didn't really reveal it
It was a
until
very
I remember
Yeah.
one better, Fallout 4. It was revealed at some game event, and it was coming out in like 3 or 4 months.
yeah. Just don't do the Sega Saturn thing where they announce
Word.
it's out now. Yeah, don't do that.
Like, yo,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at all this
absolutely.
look at all this new footage. By the way, go buy it.
Yeah, you need
Go what?
hype. You need hype and advertising behind the game for it to
The
succeed.
stuff that Nintendo's been doing lately in regards to like Switch games, like what they did with not Octopath, Project Triangle Strategy, where
Yeah.
they announced it and they're like, oh, by the way, the demo's out now. Go. You know, that's a good way to like start it off. But Project Triangle Strategy, did they even give us like a release date on which it was coming out? Is it this year or they
Don't
did
Next
know.
year.
Yeah,
I think it was next year.
yeah.
hopefully it's next year.
But yeah,
Like I said, that's a good way to start it off. You announce it and then drop the demo. But I think if you're gonna do that, you better have your whole schedule, all your ducks lined up and whatnot.
yeah. I don't like when a game is announced in like 2017 and it's still not out. It's like, what have you been doing this whole freaking time? Like, come on now. Yeah.
Oh, Bayonetta 3,
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4.
Bayonetta 3 doesn't exist.
I still want to fist fight Hideki Kamiya in the street for that.
So I'm looking at this gameplay now, and I noticed that most of this traversal, like the cool looking traversal, is on rails. Which I understand, it's not the end of the world, but
Yeah, the
Just do it for that action
traversal.
sequence.
Yeah, traversal can be on rails. Combat, I rather see like being more control over.
Yeah.
But yeah, but hopefully this game comes out soon. Yeah, hopefully.
I
you gonna play it,
want
though?
them to like at least polish up some things. Just like give us like a little bit more insight. Like, are we gonna have more than just what the weapons we saw in the trailer? Because like if we could get a staff, dual blades.
Like I said,
flicking-
I hope it's a combination.
Yeah.
No, the trailer you showed, the trailer I showed, and the trailer that is showing.
Well, usually with games like this, it's usually like you get multiple weapons.
Yeah.
So
usually is
yeah,
weapons.
yeah. I'm not too worried about that myself. I mean, it does look
This
good.
question, right? If this launched tomorrow, let's put it this way: if this launched in September the 10th, would you play it on September the 10th?
No,
Knowing that
Tales of
you'll
Arise.
arrive?
No, Tales of Arise
Exactly.
is around.
I would
Yeah.
find
So
a
no
way
one
to
could
get.
be
I'd
like-
find a way to get both.
Just like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
play
which one
Scarlet
would you
Nexus.
play? I'm not asking if you buy both. Which one would you play?
Tales of Arise.
See, I'm biased towards Arise just because it's a series I know.
I would
God
probably
damn it.
play this over Arise. Just gonna throw it
I
out
think
there.
really,
I can't make
the
that
only
decision.
person, the only person here that's struggling to answer that is Sosuke.
I've been waiting for Tales of Rise, but I've also been waiting for this. So I'm sitting there like,
I'll put it
get
this
back
way:
on
if
that.
I wasn't a Tales fan already,
Uh-huh.
I would be more divided. But I'd probably still pick Arise, personally.
Okay, let's put a different RPG. Let's say Project Triangle.
Ooh, that's
of
more of a
Arise.
tough one for me.
See, the thing about it is, I'm all about JRPG, so I'm gonna take Pride as a Triangle
The
strategy
point
first.
I'm trying to make is that everyone's like, oh, this game needs to come out now, right? But when you look at the release schedule for games coming out, there's a game coming out every month that we actually all want to play to some extent.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
yeah.
Tell him.
So is it really like we want this now, or is it like when it comes out, once it's good and everything like that, maybe we'll pick it up, add it to the backlog or something like that. But we all know there's something coming out that we want to play every month for the foreseeable future. You know, we're gonna pick up something that's gonna be like, yeah, great, no problem. So
That's true, but you also have to
Tell
take
him,
into
Q.
consideration priority. Like, obviously, when it comes to certain games, you're gonna drop whatever the fuck you're doing and start playing it. You know,
Yeah.
like
tell me a
everybody
game
can
that you're
name
gonna drop to play this.
You said tell me a game that I would drop to play
To
this.
play this, yeah, because you're saying priorities. Is there a game that's any JRPG that's coming out for the foreseeable future that you're gonna drop to play this?
Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne.
Federally, once again, is asking you, don't play Shin Megami Tensei.
And he's tortured himself again.
But that's the thing. You said JRPG. All video games isn't all just JRPGs. You know?
Well, yeah, there are other games coming out. I mean, there are other games coming out that aren't JRPGs that we're looking forward to play. And again, I think for the foreseeable future, every month, because for me, I know for the foreseeable future, every month there's a game coming out. Sometimes multiple games coming out in the same month. And I'm thinking about all these games that I want to play coming out. That I'm thinking, oh, am I gonna find the time to play it?
Can't find time to play Rise 2.
No,
Oh my god.
I make the time for Rise. I'm just, I'm doing things. No,
look how that priority list looks.
So you see, again, as I've told you guys, it's like fine wine. I'm leaving it to mature and get better,
Lord.
over time. It's
It looks like the only thing that needs to get better is you.
no.
Whoa!
That end request. That's the thing, right? That end request
Look, the
somehow
game's not going to
surprised me.
change. It's
you
not
know?
going to marinate. You're the one
It
that
is.
needs marinating, buddy.
Oh Lord. Riku, put the bottle of mustard down. It's okay. You're among friends. Relax.
I'm sorry, my God. I don't know what came over me.
It's okay. It's okay.
The
It's
business,
all
that's what we call a nigga moment.
that hostility to Sony that you did last week. It's acting up. It's okay. I understand. We got our Vita back. It's all good.
We?
Well, I mean, Sasuke, you saw the picture I sent you. You know what my Vita
That's
is.
true. That Vita
It's
was
on my
beautiful.
desk in front of me. Don't worry about that.
So
Yeah, Vita. And we also have a new Vita person now, don't we?
Oh god.
Oh,
Who's the
right.
Vita person?
All right, hold on. Before we get into that, look, any final thoughts on Lost Soul Aside?
I think
This
it
shouldn't
looks
be
good.
better. This shouldn't be top tier action game of the century.
I think Sosuke
hold
will
up.
cry if this flops.
I probably,
Hold on,
I
what
would,
was this game
I
called again? I
legitimately
even forgot.
enjoy.
Lost Soul?
Lost Soul aside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Pebble, you paying attention? Like, Jesus Christ, what's going on here?
I'm playing
Just played
Overwatch. What are you talking about?
Oh my
I knew it.
I'm not playing
God.
Overwatch. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm actually
In the
not.
wrong
I'm really not.
point.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening. No, I even said tell him Q. I heard Q, whatever arguing and stuff is like name a game that you would drop for this. And they were going back. Oh, and then Riku was like, "Oh, you need to get your priorities straight, buddy." When he's talking about Rise and and stuff. Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah. So Riku, what's your list of games that you would drop to go play instead of Ocarina of Time? Spoilers, it's everything.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ. Why you putting me on the spot, Blake?
Yeah,
Pretty
you're
cool.
on.
Go play the Ocarina of Time.
All right. Okay. All right. So that's Lost Soul aside. Before it gets too off topic.
Let's set Less Soul aside.
Yeah. So that's stop for a second. So do we want to talk about PlayStation Vita and PS3 stores still remaining open, even though
Yeah.
there are only like
Yes.
2 people out there that really care? You know.
No, we all care about the Vita.
3.
I mean,
Add Bowser there.
wait,
I
Bao
don't
has
even
a
think
Vita
I don't
now?
even think Bao bought anything off the Vita store. That man's playing Wind Waker on that Vita right now.
Man, oh man.
The best Vita game.
I am not available for comment at the moment.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Bro.
All right, so a couple of weeks back, Sony announced that they're closing the PSP, the PS3, and the Vita stores to some people's, or I guess a vocal minority's dismay, saying that they want to preserve the games and whatnot. And Sony received a whole bunch of backlash about it, that they decided to switch this decision around somewhat and have the Vita store and PlayStation 3 store up. They're still going to be closing down the PSP store. So I guess this is okay for people that honestly use it, but honestly, I think not enough people do it. It's just a vocal minority. I'm not saying you guys aren't out there that use it. I'm sure there's somebody out there downloading a PS3 game like, I don't know, Oculus Trip or something like that, trying to play it or something. Yeah, exactly what.
We got a super chat from Ace saying, "Congratulations, Bao, on buying the corpse, aka the Vita." Oh,
Nah, man, you go with the corpse. Ain't that the truth?
He don't know. He don't know.
I've heard the term corpse kicker, but this is ridiculous.
So, I guess, yeah, go ahead, Riku, since you weren't with us last week, that you had to be at Sony's office, protesting out there, trying to tell them to keep the Vita store up. What do you think about all this?
Vita means life, baby. What
Oh
you
my
talking
goodness.
about? We are here, But no, I basically agree with you, Shadow, in regards to the store. Like, people, it's inevitable, The only difference is Sony thought it was time, and you guys whined and bitched, and now it's back up. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're probably gonna do this at the beginning of next generation when the PlayStation 6 come rolling around. They're probably gonna be like, okay, so remember when we tried to close the stores and you guys got mad? We're gonna close them now. And during that time, I highly doubt that anybody's gonna care during that time, or they're not gonna make that big of a deal around that time as they did this time.
I thought you were about to say they're shutting down the PS4 store when the PS6 comes out.
Nah, PS6 is like a 2026.
Because that's the thing. When they said that they aren't going to shut them down, they still said, by the way, we are still shutting down the PlayStation, the PSP store. That one's definitely gone. The PS3 and the PS Vita can still stay up because of the fact that majority, if not all of the stuff that was on the PSP's store has been migrated to the Vita store, which also has those PS1 classics and whatnot. So that one's gone, but definitely because of the fact that one is the oldest of the three. So I just think it's just a matter of time. I also think they probably, if they really want to get rid of these stores, they need to find a way to get all of the stuff that are on those stores off of those stores and onto the stores that we are currently using on PS4 and PS5 before they decide to shut that side down.
I don't know if they're ever going to do that, because I think Sony sees more money in HD remasters and collections and stuff like that. They rather have that stuff than it being available to download on like current platforms and such.
I understand that. I think, like I said, they need to do something in regards to PlayStation Now. A lot of that shit's still not on PlayStation Now. It's probably the best place to put them. So when they do close them down, all of that stuff is on PlayStation Now. So if you're whining about preservation or the ability to play it, it's right there on Now. Something like that.
No one streams games though. Like, I mean, seriously, who does that?
Me.
Google Stadia fans.
Me about the whole.
I streamed all of I streamed Ratchet and Clank into the Nexus. It was fine. Platinum the game. I think streaming games have actually gotten a lot better than they were a few years ago, and Google Stadia has definitely proven that.
I don't trust streaming for one reason, right?
How are you doing streaming?
For me, my issue with streaming is my ISP. You pay for the speed, and then sometimes it's not the speed you pay for. Like, for example, I paid for 100 megs down, and then found out this week that I'm getting 40. That does not work for me. Yes, you. So then you call the ISP and they apologize and say, "Oh, we'll give you 200 instead." But in a month it's going to be 40 again.
You use 200. You getting 200? Ew.
I'm gonna. Well, they're giving me 200. They said they're giving it 200. I don't know. I'm still probably getting 40 for all I know.
Bro, I got like 800 going up and down, bro.
It
Dude,
what?
doesn't exist where I live, Shadow.
got 500
Lord.
I
Are
got
you
500
just-
going up and down. So
Hey, Shadow, you live near like major metropolis city. Like most of us aren't that lucky.
Bro,
Man,
I live in Canada.
Lucky. Shit.
Hey, man, listen, I can't go anything below 700. That's
Why do you even need that speed?
Listen, man. Yeah, I got.
for the 4K porn.
Do you
man.
stream in 4K?
If I may
8K?
about the whole streaming games thing, my whole issue is the fact that it's not an actual ownership of the game like say Xbox Games Pass. I'd rather see Sony move towards Games Pass, even if they're like, oh, it's $4 extra because Game Pass is what, $1?
Are you
If I'm
talking
right.
about the ability to download games?
Yeah, like I'd rather see that because that would actually
You know-
make PlayStation Now more
Yeah.
appealing to me.
Yeah, and like 400 games on PlayStation Now are downloadable.
Okay, I'm a little bit angry right now because my download speed is 414 and my upload speed is 672.
You see
Here
what
we
I'm telling
go.
you? Your
I'm not-
ISP will always screw you over.
It's
and then what's gonna
400.
happen?
I'm actually curious how much your internet bill is, Shadow. With
No,
speeds
Yeah,
like
how
that.
much do you pay?
It's
Yeah,
only,
bro, I gotta know.
it's only $80.
What?
Only
Wow.
Must be nice.
Must be
Wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Comcast over here bending me over for 200, and you okay?
200.
Oh,
What the
in
fuck?
short, everybody, we're robbing Shadow for his internet. He's still gonna pay the bill, but we'll all benefit.
200 speed, public, not dollars.
No, we just moved it
Oh,
next door
okay.
to
I
him
was,
and
okay.
connect.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. With your internet, do you have other things like cable and such in your house?
No, just internet. We don't need cable. Cable is for I don't know.
Cable is that's such a boomer thing.
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, with
Wow,
honestly,
really?
with the advent of the internet, I feel like
Dude, we have
cable's become
Hulu
useless.
and Netflix and Funimation
Exactly.
and Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
Who the
I-
hell needs?
Yeah, I
Cable.
thought you guys were like, I thought like
Like-
Bao had like a bundle or something like that it came with his like cable boxes or something like that. That's why his bill's so
Oh.
high.
Like, I'm gonna be real. I had to explain to my grandmother, like, do we really need cable at one point? And then she was like, you know what, you're right, we don't. And then like now she's just kind of been asking me like about things with streaming services
Yeah,
and
exactly.
YouTube and stuff like that. Like, because I don't remember if it was this month or last month. She came and she was like, "Wait, I can watch like old concerts and stuff like that on YouTube, right?" I'm like, I nodded my head slowly. Yeah, you can. That's a thing. And she's like, she just had this giddy grin on her face, like, cables. Why do we have that? And then she sat down watching concerts and stuff, and I'm just nodding my head, like, yes, grandmother. YouTube is now.
Anyway, guys, get on my level when it comes to internet. You know, talk to your cable provider and tell them that
We
what's going
can't.
on.
Okay, let me know when you buy
Who is your
Stadia.
provider?
Yeah.
Oh my god, do you guys hear that? Shadow's buying us all internet.
It's not like
Afford it.
Whoa! I say get on my level. All right.
That's how I heard.
I'm
I
on-
heard free internet for all.
I'm
Free
on this
high-
Everybody in the
Verizon
chat
Fios.
heard it here. Y'all
Alright.
getting it too.
Yep,
Alright.
if you're here in the chat right now, if you leave a like, Shadow's gonna give you some
Wow.
internet.
Shadow is the Oprah.
I'll get you
of
some
JRPG
internet.
Yeah,
Shit, bro, I just clicked the like button. Hold up, where's my internet at?
Shit, let me
Oh,
Oh
know.
my
my
god, yo
goodness.
Shadow, you better are you taking notes about who? Oh look, the like just went up. Oh,
Oh
Shadow,
my
you taking
goodness.
notes?
Oh my
He's
goodness.
gonna look at the like button and be like,
Mazio,
you get free internet. You get
Dual
free internet.
Ace Breaker, J Run, Dracon. I hope y'all are ready to get
Yes.
some free
Yo.
internet.
Now I can finally go buy my Stadia.
Y'all hear something?
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing.
You know what's the trash about Stadia though? After you get the Stadia, you still have to buy your games on it.
That you have to pay for a subscription to use it to buy the games, and they only just implemented a search feature this week.
Which is
Google had to implement
dumb.
a search feature on a Google product.
I just wanna.
It's-
I didn't even think about that. You're
They're-
right. So
they're stupid for-
what is
they-
that
they're-
about?
That's. I was only talking about the performance of their streaming, not their practices over there at Google.
I'm sorry.
I will say
Point that
the Google Stadia controller is a nice feeling controller. I
You
got to
have
use it
one of those?
over. No, I got to feel it last summer at a party. We were playing a PGA Tour on it because and it was actually pretty fun. The connection, it's weird because it'll go from looking like a PS5 game to looking like a PS2 game, like in the drop of a dime, because that's how
Mhm.
the internet streaming connections work. If there's like a hiccup in your net, you'll feel it.
Mhm.
But like for something that's not taxing, like a party game, like a golf game, it's fine.
I think
And
another
you
thing to
also-
consider about internet streaming as well is that most people don't live alone. in a house by themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
if you have other people in your house, your internet could tank at any moment.
Who the fuck is using up all the download speed?
Exactly.
It's like hot water in the shower.
People
Yeah, I
for
don't
people
know.
like me and Shadow, for people like me and Shadow who have the ideal internet, that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that's about. I don't know.
That's a thing of the past.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Must be nice.
Charlie, you
It's
live
great.
alone.
It's great. Oh, yes, I
trust me,
do.
it is.
So like when the whole podcast moves into your apartment, right, like your house or whatever, the whole podcast just moves in one day. You just see us all there with duffel bags and stuff.
Yep.
With
Hey,
our
bro,
computers, like
run that Wi-Fi password real
I got
quick.
dibs on the bathroom.
I'm telling y'all that. Y'all see that door right there? See if y'all open that door and go through it, that'd be great. You know?
Oh, this door right here? You mean the master bedroom
Oh
for
my
me?
god.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my
Love
god.
it.
Right beside the modem, Ethernet connected.
Oh my god. Y'all crazy.
That modem gonna be choking to death.
All right. Let's get back to PS3 and Vita stores open. All right. Who was out here downloading stuff on this thing?
Not me.
not me.
I already got it.
downloading it.
If
Doesn't
you
matter.
want, if you want to get technical, I am. But
Bow.
I'll
Bow.
download
No.
it.
Get back in the closet.
Now wait a minute, Bow. Why did you go out here and you purchase the Vita? What's that about? Why did you purchase that old dusty corpse of a?
the main
handheld?
motivation is that Tales of Innocence R is on it, and I still never got to play it.
Is it English?
Nope, Japanese.
No.
Oh, I'm about to say. I was
No.
like, huh? It's like, when that going in?
I was ahead of the cut. He actually knows how to read Japanese to a certain degree.
Oh, okay. All right. Good then. But wait, can
And
you use an emulator for that? I'm sorry. What? Never mind. Go ahead.
I was gonna say also it's just a whole library of Vita games for low costs of nothing. But
That you're ever gonna get to? You're gonna play all those games? You really gonna? Did you play Persona 5 Strikers? But you think you're gonna play Vita games? Okay, yeah.
you see
got
this
it.
Vita? I like this Vita so
God.
far. You know,
We're not taking
still can't
prisoners on this
believe-
What do you
podcast
think of the
today.
form factor?
if you look on my Steam page, you'll see that I have plenty of hours in Persona 5 Strikers. Don't actually look. Don't actually look.
Actually,
on
I'm
the
gonna
Steam
check right
page.
now, real quick. I'm gonna check right now.
Yeah, bro. Let's see that here.
Let's see. Friends
See,
list.
Yeah,
I
2
was-
hours. Nice.
I was playing on something else, so it didn't record the hours. But
View
the hours are there.
profile.
The last game you played is Saga Frontier.
The last game he played. No, the last game he played was Wallpaper Engine. He's
Oh,
put
you're
20
right,
we
you're
put
right.
21
Wallpaper Engine.
hours into Wallpaper Engine.
Oh, man,
But
you
how
really-
much into Persona?
You hate to see
Wallpaper
it.
engine, man.
We got Bao out here not playing Persona 5 Strikers. We got Q out here not playing Rise of 2. Man, I don't know what's going on here, man. I don't know.
Someone must have something on you, Shadows. There's a game that you're not
Nah.
playing.
Oh no! We
I'm
have plenty
good.
on Shadow. Don't
Nah,
you worry. Shadow
I'm
does
good.
not
I'm
play games.
I'm
Also,
always
just a
out here.
reminder,
I'm always out
he
here
thought
doing
Yuri
me.
was hot. Just
Alright.
throwing that out there. He thought Yuri from Fire Emblem was hot. He was like, oh,
He's
cute,
not
cute.
wrong though.
Listen.
No,
Hey,
but he
listen.
was ready to smash. He
As
was
someone
ready.
who actually just finished the Three Houses DLC like a week or two ago, I can confirm I would smash Yuri. Just saying, as you were saying.
Okay, that's fine, but you're not Shadow. It's specifically Shadow thought
Listen.
Yuri was a woman.
Listen,
We're gonna have this.
Yo,
Kaine
it's
debate.
about
I-
Kaine was.
We're gonna have the Kaine debate again, aren't we?
All right, we can't go into
No.
counter. All right, we can't go into counter. All right.
I didn't bring up that wasn't me. I'm talking about Fire Emblem Three Houses.
We can't
Don't
go
put
into
words in my
Kaine.
mouth.
Now, you
Listen,
don't go into Kaine. Kaine
oh.
goes into you.
Oh my
My God.
Oh my
Blake
lord.
was like, "Oh, she got it, and she got it longer than you, baby boy."
Oh my god! Why is it always let it be known that I didn't bring up Kanye. That this was not me. All right,
Oh,
this was
my
everybody
lord.
else. All right,
It was not me. I was talking about Fire Emblem Three Houses.
all right,
That's what I was talking about. Thank you very much.
all right. So yeah, like we saying, Shadow does complete his games. You know, Shadow does no difference between a
Shadow
boy and a
just
girl.
chill.
All right, Shadow out here.
Shadow
just
doesn't
putting it
discriminate.
on.
Put your
All right.
resume in now.
All right, and one thing Shadow doesn't need to do is go back to his Vita and start playing Vita games because he already played the Vita games that he wanted to play. He beat them already. He don't need to go back to the
still have
PS3
it?
games. Oh yeah, I still got it somewhere in my
cool.
drawer collecting dust. I don't know where the charger is. But,
See, I kind of want a Vita now because I'm craving new technology. I don't even know if I'd use it, but
that's old technology. What you mean, man? Huh?
well, no, I just mean I'm craving a piece of technology that's why I bought an Xbox One X last year because I wanted something new. And then I played it for 4 months and I haven't touched it since. But
It's a nice paperweight, ain't it?
I mean, it was a
Yeah,
great
put it on
Gears of War machine.
Xbox.
A great Gears of War
Yeah.
machine.
Xbox.
Alright.
Shameful display.
He said, I haven't
Shameful.
played a Gears of War game in years.
Alright.
Hmm.
So I guess Sony bowed down to all you vocal minority people that are out here downloading games, and y'all not really gonna play them. But you know that's cool. Didn't like some games go up in price before this happened?
Yes. So when it was the stores coming down, everyone rushed over to eBay to try and grab up the Vita and PlayStation 3 physical games because they were under the impression, as they should be, that these games are going to go up in price. And some people wanted to actually play them, and some people wanted to grab them off of the internet so that when the people do come in the future to want to play them and look online and see that, a copy of, insert PlayStation 3 game that used to cost like $20 now costs $150. If they really wanted to play that game, they're gonna have to fork up the $150 and pay that person that rushed over there to grab it.
I wonder if anybody actually bought those. Cause I remember seeing Ratchet and Clank games on eBay for like $100. I wonder if people actually bought it.
People did.
No,
People-
yeah, I heard people did.
Oh my god!
I heard the prices are going down again though.
They should have already went down.
Just like the stock market.
So people that were people that did buy it at those high prices are now like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this PS3 copy of a game that I?
They probably feel like a fool.
Yeah,
All right.
that's been happening.
Okay. Alright. So, let's see. What else do we have to talk about? You guys
Nier.
want to... What?
Nier.
Oh, I guess what we're currently playing, I guess. We can talk about what we're currently playing. So I'll start this off real quick. So I'm playing quote-unquote 2 games here. I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Not going to say how I'm playing that, but I'm going to leave it to y'all imaginations. And see, here's the thing about me. I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? Prideful. I can't bring myself to put the game on normal, because I put the game on normal just to start out, just to see how everything was, and then I'm like, yo, these demons are doing no damage to me whatsoever. It's like 2, 4, like what? And then I put it up to hard. They're doing like 20, and I only got 34 health. I'm like, what happened here? See, this feels natural to me. I don't know why, but Nocturne is just always filled with some bullshit that I cannot. Sometimes I can't get over it. Like, I could be near a save point, and then all of a sudden I get attacked from behind. All the enemies just decides to attack the main character. It's just terrible. But as a whole, when it comes to, I guess, can I even say that I'm playing the remaster? I do think this is a bare minimum like remaster. Like I do feel it could be a lot better.
Didn't they add fully? Didn't they fully voice act it? I wouldn't call that.
Yeah, that's true. They did fully voice act it.
They also added an
doesn't it
extra
have?
ending.
I say, don't they also have both Raido and Dante?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, one's DLC though. I don't know if that's free. Is that free?
Oh wait. Which one's DLC?
I think Dante is.
Dante's paid? Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
They
game
put
contact,
DLC in
baby.
a. They put DLC in a game that's a remaster. Really.
I call it the Capcom tax.
I would say it's like adding DLC to a definitive version of a game.
Yeah, it's that's insane. But like, yeah,
That's
you
not
guys
even
were saying like
Capcom, though.
the voice acting. Yeah, the voice acting is good. I do appreciate that. I don't like how the game is running in 30 frames per second, even on PC.
Oh my god.
I guess for the reason for that is they really would have to go into the game and really reconstruct the game.
It was a
to make it
PS2
60.
architecture thing.
I don't care. I don't care what the reason is. They should have done that. Like they really should have went in there and changed the whole thing so that the game can run in 60 FPS. Because
Well,
Shadow,
you're-
they'd have
you're
to.
mostly-
I'd
Go
say
ahead, please.
you'd have to, in that sense, you'd have to from the ground up remake the entire engine.
and isn't this
because-
like one of the marquee Shin Megami Tensei games? So why couldn't they
I'd
treat it like that?
I'd say they didn't treat it like that because I could be wrong, but I think Atlas is a little nervous that the SMT side of the series isn't doing as hot as Persona. If this was Persona 3, they'd make it from the ground up in the Persona 5 engine within a heartbeat because they know it'd sell. But with SMT, that I'm pretty sure Nocturne is almost like a gauge interest before SMT 5 comes out, and they probably didn't want to use that many assets for something they weren't sure about. If I had to guess.
Interesting point there, Blake. I'll give you that.
Remember, I
Right,
said
just
that they
think
should have
so,
done
though.
this for this game's existence in the first place.
I was just gonna say it's a turn-based RPG. You don't really.
I say you really don't need 60 FPS as long as it's
Yeah,
only
What you want?
30.
Frame perfect menu clicks.
I'm getting a little bit tired of hearing that. Like, I hate when
Wait,
people say,
Shadow?
"Oh, you don't need 30,
Well,
you don't
Shadow.
need 60 frames for turn-based." No, it just looks better. It looks so
Shadow.
much
That
better.
voice.
Like,
Shadow,
That voice. What was that? You gonna ignore that
make
voice
it-
that was?
Have you?
That's a Shadow
No, wait. Have you seen
I'll let
Persona
you-
5 running in 60 FPS?
Shadow, if I may continue.
It looks amazing.
Yes, but it doesn't make the game unplayable to play at 30. It's not like you're
But
sitting
it
there playing at no 10 frames.
Nah.
You
Well,
out here
it's calamity.
struggling. Like Shadow, you out here struggling like somebody who's never seen a non-60 FPS game a day. in
I
their
haven't,
life.
man. I want to go back to that.
Here's
You
the thing,
will,
though.
He is
you
a
will
snob,
not
isn't
die.
Here's
You
the
will
thing,
not
though.
die.
In defense of Shadow, when you go from and this is, I'm not saying that I want every game in 60. I play games in 30 fine. But that being said, once you started playing games at 60 frames per second, it's really hard to go back. It's like when you get it's like with a monitor, right? Like when I got my first monitor with G-Sync on it, and then I had to go back to play with the monitor without G-Sync. I was like, how am I playing games like this? This is ridiculous. And eventually, I played it without it, and then I went straight back to G-Sync because I was like, it's stupid. I need to have that perfect frame rate with no kind of screen tearing and stuff.
Talk to him.
It's just that, at the end of the day, once you try it, you'll know what it's like. It's just like you guys were saying earlier, like, oh, once you try multiplayer in a Tales game, you'll know what it's like. It's the same thing with once you get accustomed to 60 frames per second, no screen tearing, it's really hard to go back to something else.
I can say without a doubt that is true, but I think growing up, bouncing across different types of frame rates for my entire life, the only time I will ever say if a game's not at 60, I'm not touching it, is an action game.
Something where it actually matters.
Yeah, like, other than that, I will live. Like, okay, no, action games and FPS is because if you've ever played Black Ops
What about fighting games?
if you've ever played Black Ops at something less than 30 and you think it's okay, you can go sit in the corner. You'll live.
Listen, man, it just looks better for all games to be running at 60. That's just my opinion about it.
Really?
I mean,
This-
it
this is a
absolutely
ten-
does.
this is
look
like a
better,
10-year-old
but
game.
Realistically, that's not always possible.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, man. Should be always.
Ricardo
running.
Belmont in the chat said we're here to help you with your 60 FPS addiction. Shadow.
Listen, man, I don't have a problem. You guys got problems, all right? You guys out here,
Yeah.
you guys are out here accepting mediocrity. I'm out here on that high level stuff, all right?
Shadow, we're not playing Age of Calamity. It's okay.
Nah, all right. We need 60 FPS on everything. 60 FPS and up is all we need, all right?
This man Shadow this man, a salesman's gonna come to Shadow's house, try to sell him a fridge, and he's gonna say, "Is the GUI 60 FPS?" And the dude's gonna say, "It actually runs at a locked 45 frames," and he's gonna say, "That's whack. Get that out of my face."
Man's gonna open a text. Man gonna open a text file and realize his keystrokes aren't coming at 60 FPS. Throw the whole
Bro,
fucking
it's just
away.
like a cake me. When you realize you're actually a cake, Shadow's gonna realize his life isn't 60 frames.
Listen, man. When you go 60 frames, you don't go back. All right.
Oh
Yep.
Lord.
If this is what being a PC gamer full time is like, I am glad I was born into the Nintendo family, bro.
Nah, man.
Nah.
Riku, what they call it? Born in 3D gamers?
Important 3D gamers. Jesus
Oh my goodness.
It's not being a PC fan as far as what I'm saying is, again, once you tried it, it's really hard to go back to something else. And I think we can all say there's a thing that we've done, where we've like, oh, once you've gone to this serial, you can't go back to that serial. Once
No,
you've had
not
this
the cereals.
Not again.
I mean,
Go back
well,
to
actually,
that
in that sense, for me, that's two monitors. I will never not use two monitors. ever.
Exactly.
Word.
It's the same for me. I can't go back to not using two monitors as well. It's the same thing. It's just with different strokes for different people. For Shadow, it's 60 frames. For you, it's two monitors.
See,
but
for me,
it's-
when it comes to games, I mean, like, if there's a better version out there, and you play that, and then you try to play, like, for example, if you play,
What happened to your good internet? What happened to your
Yo,
good
this
internet?
this
What
wasn't
happened?
this wasn't my
Man.
internet. This wasn't my
Yeah,
internet
like,
problem.
Oh.
Hold up.
Yo, what happened to your internet?
This wasn't my internet problem. Hold up. I don't know what's going on here.
It dropped from
Oh,
60
God.
frames. That's what happened.
It's 60
What
frames requirement.
happened?
It missed it,
I,
and it
Wait,
died.
burn
It
at
killed
60
itself.
FPS.
I thought it was me. No, I reloaded the stream. And I was
Word.
like,
I'm
oh.
thinking
Same.
Elite being Penny killed the stream.
Oh God.
yo, I don't know what happened. This wasn't my internet. My internet is godly.
It was me.
Guys,
Shadow started exposed me. I had to shut him down.
the frame rate dropped to
Sabotage.
it dropped to 59 frames per second, and that was it. It couldn't keep up. You know, these things happen.
You know, Jesus died in 30 frames.
So is it going? So
Oh my god,
So,
yo, what the fuck?
all right,
Just
listen.
say that.
All right. We're gonna do what Blake just said, but you know, my internet is godly. This was not my fault. All right, it wasn't 60 FPS. It was probably more. I probably, YouTube couldn't handle my godly internet connection. All right, so we just gonna move on
800.
from there. So
800 megs down just died. It's like, shame.
all right, so let me just talk about Nier real quick. I think it's a good game. Nier Replicant. I think it's a pretty good action game. I'm intrigued by the story. I still haven't gotten the first ending just yet. But I'm not seeing what's oh my god amazing about it so far.
You
And
gotta keep going.
Yeah, I'm assuming like the other endings and stuff like that. It's gonna be what's gonna like put it over
A
the edge.
combination of that and you have to have a brain. So yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
and you like
whoa.
FF8, so you can't have a brain in before.
Oh
Damn.
my,
I mean, you did say Final Fantasy 9 was pretty mid.
oh my
Yeah.
god. Hold on.
You
Let me
really did.
let me get this eject button real quick.
You really did.
Oh my
You
goodness.
To yourself.
Oh my goodness. All right, listen, pal. Just because you struggling on games like Trial of Mana, don't mean you gotta come at me.
Oh,
all right,
no,
listen,
no,
all right,
we're not.
all right,
Not
listen. All right,
Not
come on
again.
now. All
Not
right.
That's bait. That is bait, and I am gonna let her ride. Let her ride. That's what I'm doing.
Wait, what you been playing? I'm very curious.
Wait, what? You're asking what I'm playing?
Yeah, what you been playing after that one? Oh lord.
Oh no, I finished. Oh, I'm playing a Fire Emblem. I'm doing Golden Deer route. So
Yes,
I'm playing with my
talk
mom,
about it.
So I haven't gotten far. We're still like pre-time skip, which is killing me because I just want to get it over with. I want to see like where the game really diverges. So yeah, I've been playing Fire Emblem. Like I like Blue Line still, number one, and then Black Eagles was fine, and then Golden Deer is, it's fine. Like I don't know, I'm not crazy about the Golden Deer.
What Black
Pass.
Eagle route did you do?
Oh, I did the murder boner route. Okay, that's what I did.
Ew.
That's what I did. I did the right path. Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
I did the right path. I YouTubed the other path. Oh man, if I would have taken the other path, I would have been pissed. I would have been fucking furious if I took
You
the
YouTube
other.
something about a playthrough? That's crazy. I'd never do that to Kingdom Hearts 1. I mean, what?
Excuse me, Blake.
God. Oh, Lord.
Listen, that's bait too. We gonna step away from that.
Yep. We're gonna keep on keeping on.
All right. So is that it? That's all you're playing, Bell?
Overwatch.
Oh, okay, no.
Wow.
Get out of here. Get out. All right, Riku, what you playing, man? God damn, people out here playing Overwatch.
I am actually also playing Overwatch.
Oh, wait, are you really?
Oh my god.
I was messing
We're
around with
playing
it,
together right now.
On PC?
Oh
On
my
PS4.
god.
On PS what?
On PS4. the
On
PS4.
PS, not PC? Get him out.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Good lord, Blake, it's okay.
See, Blake is learning. All right.
Listen,
He takes
FPS
the
is our best
60
on
frames.
PC. Everything else is best elsewhere. All I'm saying. As you're saying.
Oh.
Jesus
If you don't play
Christ.
Overwatch on a PC, you're not playing Overwatch.
Wow.
Here the
my God.
elitism coming in now. All this time, everyone's like, "No, it's
No,
okay."
I
Why
didn't
y'all
download
hating?
Overwatch.
Why y'all hating when people?
Because I tried
Man.
Overwatch on consoles. I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh my god, it's
Do you
fine.
see how these- do you see
whatever.
how they all quickly just turned into PC master races?
I
know
know.
what, I'm
What is
Join
going
the
on?
PC Master Race. Join my brothers. Join.
I'm just picturing
Oh,
everyone. Just all of a sudden, everyone was
Frames
normal,
are high.
just as they were. All of a sudden,
Resolution's
Frames are high.
amazing.
yeah, they just all
Oh,
have a glass
listen.
of wine in their hand now. It's perfect.
Oh my
Everyone's wearing a
god.
robe with
Consoles
wine
for
in their
life.
hand.
Consoles for life. Okay,
Oh my
thank
Christ.
you.
Alvin, do you have a PC?
I do. Well, actually, I have a
Like-
laptop, but it's a gaming laptop. for
No,
what it's
no,
worth,
no,
but-
no, no, no,
A
no, no,
PC,
no, no,
get
no,
out of
no,
here.
no,
Don't
no,
count.
no.
All right, okay. Well, you guys are so
Damn.
exclusive.
Jesus Christ.
The gatekeeping here is
No,
unfucking.
that's
Yo,
like
you
saying
can
that's like
take
saying
a
I
little-
have a
take little
Nintendo
club and
Switch,
shove it up
but
your
it's
asshole. Shut
no,
up,
no,
you
that's like
fucking
saying I have a
asshole.
Nintendo
Holy
Switch,
shit.
but it's like a Game Boy painted with Switch light colors.
Oh my
my
lord,
God.
it is fucking not. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Jesus Christ. I cannot.
Mm.
I don't even want y'all make it. Oh, you guys disgust me.
Sorry, Pella, but you don't have a PC.
Men all want the same thing. That's really strong.
That sounds like clearly
So
you don't own an air
exclusive.
fryer.
You're just like, nah.
Oh,
sorry.
air fryers
You have a-
changed the game.
But it's a gaming laptop. Like, what the fuck else do you want? Holy
It's
shit.
a laptop. Do not call it a PC. It's a laptop. Thank you very much.
There's a desktop,
I
and
have
then there's a
never
We're
met-
definitely segregating people.
Holy shit. I have
damn.
never. Oh my lord. Okay. Wow.
Is there such a thing in the console space? Like, are there people out there who like, if you don't have a PS4 Pro, you suck. You just go to your peasant.
No, you don't
basic
hear that.
PS4.
No, you don't.
I've
You
actually
don't
heard
hear
that
that.
from a friend, and I almost
No.
slapped him for that.
No.
Okay.
Have you ever gamed
that's
on
like
a
because of one
high-end
person in
PC,
the world.
Pelvic?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Have you ever gamed on a high-end PC?
You can't say it like that, Bao. You have to say like, have you ever gamed?
I actually don't
Have not.
think so.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
she
I
doesn't
will
even
say.
know.
I will say. I did see my friend. He somehow, I don't know how, but he put Breath of the Wild on his PC. It did look really pretty. It did. It's true.
Right on the Nintendo Windows 10. Yeah.
My favorite OS.
Exactly.
No, he did. I was like, wow, this looks really nice, but
See?
it
That's the
still
great
didn't
thing
take
about
away-
PC
but
too.
it didn't
We
take
have console
away
games.
the enjoyment. It didn't. No, first of all, he had to do
Nah.
some crazy hack shit. I don't even know what the fuck he did.
Pretty sure you
Not
just
me.
used a Switch emulator or a Wii U emulator, which is not that hard to do. But anyway, as you're saying,
Yeah, sure, whatever you. That you know what pisses me off? You guys talk so much, and PC people are like, "Oh, it's so easy, just plug and play." PC gaming is not like plug and play. Like, what the fuck are you guys on
once you
about?
plug
Okay,
your
yeah.
motherboard
Mods
in, it
and
really
shit
is
like
honestly.
that.
It
No,
is
no, the
easy.
fuck, it's
Once-
not. Like
once
a
you
console,
have
you
a-
literally put in the disc, and it's like, if it's PlayStation 4, it's downloading whatever. If it's Nintendo, then it just automatically starts. With
Yeah,
PC,
but
I
then-
feel like you have to do all this configuration bullshit that you don't have
Okay.
to do in console. Console is just nice to plug
Pelvic,
and
you're
play
showing your
and
age.
go.
Um,
Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely. Because all you people are just like, PC is so easy. Like, bitch, no, the fuck it's not.
Okay,
Alright,
wait,
let's
wait.
get Grandma Pelvic.
Oh my god.
Take a picture of it. Yes.
Oh my god. See, oh look, thank you. Holy crap.
listen.
PC is troubleshoot gaming. Thank you.
Troubleshoot
Thank you.
gaming, baby.
You mean like
Listen.
consoles nowadays too?
No, it's not. What are you talking about? I've never put a game in a PlayStation 4 and be like, sorry, error, just fucking explode. Like, no, it's just,
Have you played
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk?
consoles is
Have
a
you played
thing.
Cyberpunk?
oh my
Actually,
god.
no.
Did anybody
But
in this
that's
trip
the-
play Cyberpunk on consoles?
I did.
It was buggy. It was buggy. But here's
Oh,
the
yeah, I
thing, though.
did.
If you, the
Oh
problem
my
with
lord.
the problem with console though is that if you get a game and it's buggy, you have to wait for the developers and hold your fingers crossed. If it's on PC, chances are someone's gonna fix it before the devs fix it.
Just like somebody's
So-
gonna fix Nocturne to run at 60 FPS, I guarantee it. Yeah, it's not gonna be
Well-
sped up. But yeah, go on.
Here's the thing: you guys have far more problems with that like scenario than console guys do. You guys
Yeah.
Ah,
There's
ah,
I mean, but then- but then-
there's
but then-
upsides
Weren't
to
you,
both.
weren't you complaining on Twitter about damn your streak of JRPGs on PC? Have
okay,
not-
I will. Yeah,
I feel-
I will say
Yeah, eat
Let's
that.
talk about that.
this. Okay,
baby,
okay.
eat that.
Boy, that's not like that's not like the PC's fault. That's like the developers just suck
It
in
is
their
the developer's
drop.
fault because
Okay.
they focused on the console.
But it's
version.
on
And here's the
PC.
thing.
That
But
is
it's
a
on
PC
PC. It doesn't matter. It's on
Exactly.
PC though. It
Don't try
matter.
to-
If it's an-
that-
That's
yes,
as much
it's-
a problem for
it's-
PC as
Change
it is
the
for Switch.
blame.
Well,
It's a PC issue.
yes.
That's also a Switch issue at times.
But then when you think about all the perks of
It's not about
PC, it
Switch, it
outweighs the negatives. You know,
Exactly. Perks
Yeah.
outweigh the negatives.
It's backwards compatible all the way back till the cave days, you know. So
You can play
perfect.
any game
They
you want.
mod the hell out of most games.
And you can mod.
Total.
Yeah, exactly.
But
The
yeah,
thing-
like
I do not give a flying fuck about modding. Okay.
Okay, you're
Because
crazy.
you never tried it.
Resident Evil
That's
on PC.
gross.
I
Yeah,
will
do better,
admit.
Pelvic. Do better.
I will admit that
I
it
have
sucks.
flying fuck.
It does
Go ahead,
suck
go
when I buy a new game and it doesn't work exactly as I want it to out the gate. Like Near Replicant had some problems. Like it was crashing here and there.
Trials of Mana also had problems. I remember you bitching about that. Mhm. Yeah, go
I
off.
think
Let's
Trial
go.
and Mana did have some problems.
Yeah, it did.
Nocturne had a little bit of a problem, but then it's been fixed since. But yeah, it kind of does suck when that does happen. It's been happening to me a lot lately.
Yeah, it's only out of console.
With each new game, but like Bio said, like the benefits outweigh the disadvantage. It's not like I can't play the game at all. It's just that some
Unlike
things are just not working properly. You know. Yeah, shout out to the guy in the chat. He said Special K. Yeah, Special K is out here doing work on
The cereal?
No.
Wait,
There's a
how
guy
many people have actually talked about what they've played?
Yeah, I kind of just got off of that, and like we're just gonna.
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah,
about. I was talking about how I started Overwatch and then jumped down my throat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Besides that, back to Riku.
Yes, hi. How's it going? So Overwatch, yeah, I've been messing around with this character called Baptiste.
Yeah, Batiste. Yo, you kind of looking like Batiste. Go on.
Wait, are you serious? You're really playing Overwatch? I thought you were
crazy about
joking.
him.
I just
Crazy
like
about him.
I just like healing people, okay? And he seems like a good character to do that. And
You
then
say
sometimes
healing
I
or
like to get a
killing?
little edgy, you know, and then I bring out Reaper and I go,
There it is.
yes, gotta get all the edge, you know. So
Overwatch is actually the most fun I've ever had healing in the game.
Wait, you guys
Yeah.
play as male characters and like?
Oh my god.
Get him out.
Cute.
What?
It is an
you can't even
FPS.
see her, bro. I can
What did
understand
you
this is a third person shooter.
We're playing
and
as
you're
male
running-
characters.
Exactly.
Oh
Dude,
my
it is an
God.
FPS.
Oh my lord, get him out of here.
There's me. And I'm saying this as someone
Well,
who's
I
not,
can't
who's
see the
not
I
played
can't see the
Overwatch
cake
really.
if I'm in first person view.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
this was listen.
Okay.
But
Jesus Christ, cute.
Okay, anybody not playing Overwatch?
Okay,
I'm playing
I wasn't
Overwatch.
done. I wasn't done. That was just Overwatch on the side. Okay, so we
That's
have
the side, how?
near replicant. Jesus Christ. So we have near replicant. I've been messing around with that. I actually generally enjoy what I have played so far. The Platinum Games reboot of the gameplay, I like it a lot. I'm at the time skip. Got some of the few weapons I'm not really liking. The spear a lot. It's a lot of fun. I'm interested to see where the story is going. I just got Kaine back. If you know what part I'm talking about after the
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just got to that too.
Yeah, I just got her back. So yeah, that I'm liking it so far. I heard like every ending it gets more and more crazy, so I'm looking forward to that. And then Returnal came out last week,
Oh, I want to play it so bad.
and I just beat that earlier today.
Damn.
Really?
Stressful.
Damn.
Oh my god, that game was stressful.
Dude,
I went to sleep last night on a 4.5 hour run, and then I died right at the final boss, and I had to go to sleep in defeat. It was, oof. Oh my gosh! But the game's very fun. If you like the movie Edge of Tomorrow, one of my favorite movies, it's heavily inspired by that. You can see a lot of that inspiration taken into this story. Luckily, I haven't had this game crashed on me. I've heard a lot of people have been having the game.
I saw it happen to a streamer yesterday.
And it's on
Yeah,
console.
That is worse than dying.
Oh
because
my
dying is
God.
like worst. Dying is
precious
like
counsel.
okay, that was your issue. That was your fault. But there are certain things that you unlock in the game that when you die and you start over, those specific resources they have this currency called ether, and you can buy the other currencies with ether, and ether carries over per death cycle. But if your game crashes, your ether doesn't save, so that's even worse than just dying. And obviously if it crashed also, that's not your fault. You died, that's kind of your fault. It crashed. It's like, I'm so glad that shit didn't crash on me. But yeah, Returnal, Nier, and Overwatch. I've been like shuffling between those two.
So anybody else want to share what they're playing?
I've been playing new Pokemon Snap
Oh
primarily.
yeah, how's that going? Yeah, what's going on with that game?
I actually beat it the day it came out and already have a video up for it. So,
Wow.
but I did enjoy my time with it. Like I said in my video, going into the game, as long as you have your expectations in check, then you'll have a great time. If you like the original, you'll like this one. Just don't expect like the greatest sequel of all time that is bigger and better in every way. It's more or less the first game, but more polished with more mechanics here and there. So I like the original. I like this one. I don't regret spending $60 on it, even though it's so short.
Now wait
And
a
it's
minute,
great
wait a
game.
minute, wait a minute. It's been so long since the last Pokemon Snap game. Why ain't this one bigger, better in every single way possible? Why is it just like the first game? That don't make no sense to me.
Because
I don't
what
know.
else
Ask
can you do with
Nintendo or Bandai, I guess.
What else can you do with a game where you just take pictures of Pokemon? What's gonna change really? Like
Add
what can
every
you
single
do?
Pokemon.
Like
all
adding
800.
a lot of stuff to a game like that risks losing the appeal. Honestly.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough.
Okay.
But besides that, I have also recently purchased the PlayStation Vita,
Ooh,
and
Good job.
I have bought quite a few games on it, and I am enjoying myself. Let's just leave it at that.
I'm gonna let you live, Bow. I'm gonna let you live. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Can you name like one or two of those games? The Lost Dimension. anything like
I'm looking at it right now. Saren Kagura, Estival Versus, Street
Yeah,
Fighter,
baby.
Cross Tekken, Odin
That's not
Spirit,
easy.
Leif Tazir, however you pronounce it.
Leaper's here, but ooh, yes.
J-Stars Victory Versus Plus, Muramasa Rebirth, Freedom Wars, Killzone, Mercenaries,
yes.
Touch My Katamari, Tales of Innocence R. I am on a roll.
Fuck that good shit.
I want to say like 80% of those games are available on platforms and run at 60 FPS and don't, you know.
that? Oh my
Oh
god!
I'm just,
shut up,
I'm
you
just
need to
saying.
play
him
Here's
up.
the thing though, Shadow.
If
Can
I
you
may-
play?
Him up.
If I may interject about that whole running at 60 FPS on better platforms, the only games that are available on other platforms are Odin Sphere and Senran Kagura Estival Versus. And Odin Sphere runs the same as it does on PS4 as it does on Vita. And J-Stars also runs the same as it does on PS3 and PS4.
Isn't J-Stars on isn't J-Stars on PC?
No,
That's Jump Force.
It's on PS.
We don't talk about the other one.
PS3 and PS Vita.
Oh
you
yeah.
think?
Oh yeah, Jump Force. That trash. That's still around.
Yes.
That's still getting content.
Oh my god.
That almost won Fighting Game of the Year, baby.
From
Also, before I
Really?
end,
From
I want to
who?
say Mozzie in the chat just said I'm about to finish Xenogears. This might be one of the best stories ever told in a JRPG. Yes, thank you. Okay,
Ooh,
next person.
So Skate, what are you playing?
I have been playing what I've been streaming, which is just Legend of Zelda Minish Cap and Summon Knight Swordcraft Story. Which give me a remake of Minish Cap, please. Like
Oh
put
my
that shit
god,
on
that's like the
Switch.
first good take from you tonight. Holy shit.
Oh,
Oh my
Shit.
god.
I haven't had any bad
Oh
takes
my
tonight.
God.
Just personal.
No, just as you were. So continue about praising Minish Cap.
Minish Cap to this day is still one of my favorite handheld Zelda games of all time. It just feels so good to revisit that. And now I'm at the Droplet Temple, and my brain has checked out because I pushed the Droplet Temple as far away from my mind as possible. I still don't like it. But Summon Knight Swordcraft Story is really good. It honestly feels like what Tales of Fantasia should have been on the GBA. It actually feels good to play. It doesn't feel like, oh no, I gotta play this.
Why are you playing a Summon Night game or something?
Well, Swordcraft Story is the only Summon Night game I've ever played. I never actually got to beat it when I was younger. And I was like, I actually want to finish this. I want to actually see this game through. And I plan on playing that and the sequel. And other than that, I've just been playing Enter the Gungeon with a friend of mine. It's his first time actually like going through the game and learning it. We've been suffering a lot. Painfully. Like, oh lord, that game still likes to kick me in the teeth. And I've also just been perfecting my grind in Gundam Extreme Versus, getting better at the game, understanding more suits and things I didn't know.
Okay, alright. Let's see, who else is next? Q, you want to explain to us why you're not playing Rise of 2? Go right ahead.
Well, of course. As you guys know, I'm saving Rise 2 for a good occasion. You know, when the world comes to an end after this, apocalypse we're living in, and then I will be able to perfectly enjoy Rise 2 in my last days. That being said, I am playing Dead End Request on the Switch, and I am loving it. I'm surprised that I actually am loving it so much on the Switch, but it has great waifus, of course. I have fallen in love with this game. The voice acting is amazing. I didn't realize this game had such good voice acting. I actually have to say, Idea Factory's flagship game should just be Dead End Request. They should just stop making all the hyperdimensional Neptunia games and just focus on Dead End Request, because this series is amazing and the game is amazing. The voice acting is amazing. The story seems amazing. And also on the Switch, it's super cheap. It's like $26, $26.99 right now on the US store, and on the UK store, it's like £24.99. So, well, 29, sorry. So it's actually really worth the price. It's like super cheap, and it looks good, runs really, really good. And again, did I mention I'm loving it? And the waifus are amazing.
God.
So
I may have
Yep.
to try this game. It's actually installed on my PS4 right now. I just haven't touched it.
Isn't it mostly
Get
a
it.
visual novel?
I love
Yes,
visual
there's a
novels.
lot of visual novel aspects in there. I was surprised about all the visual novel cutscenes and just like reading, but it's fun. Like it's like again, one,
But
there's
it's
good
fun.
Shiggle, and the voice acting is great, and the character designs and the sprites and everything just looks good. It just looks really really good and runs really really good. I was expecting it to be a bit janky, but it's not. Even the gameplay, like when you're moving around the world and you're fighting it, it just feels good. And someone mentioned Mary Skilter in the chat. Yes, I would also put that up there as probably Idea Factory's best games. Like between those, it's something between those two. Everything else they made is a bit janky for me. I'm a bit irked by, but those two really good games for some reason, and I'm surprised like that I did not like hop onto them sooner. Even though surprisingly enough, I own both games. Like I own all of them, but I'm just like never really picked them up until again, sometimes you get a game on a console that you actually want to play. And for me, this is the Switch is my JRPG console right now that I love playing on. So I've been playing them on that, and it's amazing. Even though I own both games on the PC, so who knows?
Okay. All
But
right.
yeah, that's what I'm enjoying. I should mention I dropped Poison Control. It's bugged. Shadow don't pick it up anymore. Wait until like they patch it. It's actually broken. So
wait, what happened?
whenever you set your loadout, for some reason, it sometimes doesn't register, and then you go into a mission, and then you get killed because you have the wrong weapons, the wrong loadout setup, and then you die. And it happened to me a couple times, and I gave up. I was like, this is stupid. I'm just gonna come back when they patch this. So
Okay. All right.
yeah.
I'll figure it out. Blake, what are you playing?
So I was also playing new Pokemon Snap. I streamed it on launch day for 8 hours straight, and I haven't finished the game yet. I might have been doing something wrong, or maybe Bow's better at taking pictures than me, or maybe I was just doing more things than he was. I don't know. One way or the other. I haven't finished the game yet. I streamed it for 4 hours on Saturday as well. I wasn't feeling it as much then. I think I just played too much of it on Friday, and I got a bit of a burnout from it. Because, I mean, that sort of game is probably not best played in one sitting. Because it can get pretty repetitive at times. So I'm taking a little bit of a break from that. Playing Monster Hunter Rise, as always. They had the version 2.0 update come out that added a bunch of new monsters. And they also added all the other
Layered
dragons
armor.
back. Layered armor as well, yeah. So I'm playing that. I just got a new longsword build, and it is absolutely disgustingly broken. And I am
Like that
loving
build?
Monster Hunter. I am. What's that?
Slide me the build, by the way.
I did it in the channel on my Discord, and you went meta in a Monster Hunter game. Ew. Yeah, that.
It's
video.
not a competitive game.
But I got the meta running. Anyway, so I've been doing that, and outside of that, I wanted to play Returnal so bad. I wanted to grab it, but financially, I just cannot right now. And if Riku's saying it's got some bug crashes, I might wait. Because that sort of thing you really don't want. Because Returnal.
I like I said, I haven't dealt with any bugs myself, so I've been completely fine. But if you know Neo GameSpark, he is one of those people that he's had it crashed on him. So honestly, you should wait. You should wait. Even though it's a very good game, I don't think it's worth $70.
I say financially right now, I have to wait anyway. So hopefully I don't have to wait too long. But with everything coming out, with I'm still hopefully planning to pick up SMT at the end of the month, and then Resident Evil 8's coming out, and then Mario Golf, Skyward Sword, all that stuff's going out. I'd say I probably won't be looking at it until probably Black Friday. So hopefully everything is patched by then. But I'm really looking forward to playing that. and a friend of mine is sending me his copy of Resident Evil 8 because he got the collector's edition secured for PS5, and then he could only get a PS5 digital console. So he bought the game digitally, but he wants to give me his physical version because he says, your viewers would love to see you play this. And I went, you're great. Stop doing that. So at some point, I'm going to be playing through Resident Evil 7 this month, and then probably Resident Evil 8. Yay! Yay! Because, you know, Blake do it pelvic don't. And
Damn.
outside of
that stray shot. God damn.
What y'all shooting tonight? Come on, put the guns down.
I beg your pardon.
Hey, how's it going? So pelvic, I love you. Yeah, no, aside from that, just Monster Hunter. I will probably never put down Monster Hunter. They keep updating it. I'm just perfecting more builds, hunting more monsters, trying to get this fucking Emuldron orb. Been at this for the last however long, and it's
Need some help tonight?
it's not. I might. I'll hit you up. But yeah. And of course, I'm still playing Trails of Cold Steel 3. I am more quick to take my time with that game because the more I play it, the more I'm like, okay, this is getting good. It's getting good. And once this is done and I do Cold Steel 4, I have to wait like the rest of you. So I'm gonna just take my time with this. So I've been kind of not procrastinating, but playing it in bursts almost. The last thing I did was
Savoring the flavor.
Basically, yeah. Because I mean, I could go back and then like play some of the older games. I'll probably go back to Azure and Zero. It'd be wild if those games actually got announced to be localized officially on Switch, PS4, etc., PC, that sort of thing. Because that'd be interesting to play through. But yeah, I don't think I'm playing anything else currently. And of course, I'm still playing through Final Fantasy VII. I just did the Cosmos Canyon Gold Saucer stuff, and Chocobo Racing, and I have many questions. So much. I've never this is my first Final Fantasy game, so I know of Chocobo, but I didn't know that the racing was so jank feeling. I guess maybe that's
the first time they did Chocobo Racing.
Is it? They haven't done that in any other FF game?
No, before that they were mostly used for overworld traversal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and we fought Genova on the boat, and that song kicks in, bro. When that song kicks in, bro, you know what time it is. Let's go. So yeah, safe to say I am loving FF7, and after that I'll probably stream Crisis Core. People tell me not to touch Dirge of Cerberus, so I guess
I
will watch all the cutscenes with you.
All right, so we'll do a stream reacting to Dirge of Cerberus, and then after that, then I'll hopefully by the time that's all done, I pre-ordered Intergrade too. So I wonder if that'll burn me out though. If I go from FF7 to Crisis Core to Dirge of Cerberus, Standard Ground, I don't know. Well, we'll see. We might just make a whole thing out of it.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better for me.
Okay. All right, so I think that's everybody what they're currently playing. I do believe we're at time for the most part, so I think we gotta end the podcast here, people.
Shadow's whispering because his mom just came in.
No.
That was so random. I just wasn't ready for that. Holy shit, that's pretty funny.
Got jokes on Blake. Think it's funny.
Oh, come on. That was pretty funny.
I just start putting the guns down. Y'all keep shooting.
How did you beat Kingdom Hearts, by the way, Blake? Did you
Kingdom
go
Hearts 2? Oh, I beat Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 was great. Kingdom Hearts 3 was really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Days had me crying, bro. Rechain of Memories making me think of my humanity, you know? Got it memorized.
Days? I thought Days was boring.
You didn't pretend to stream it, you know?
No, hold up, it's not about you right now. Hold up, wait, Penelope, you want to say that again? You want to speak up for the whole class?
I said Days was boring, says the girl.
Shadow, can you kick her from the group? I mean,
I really watched the cutscenes of Days. God,
okay, boy.
I do not give a shit. Let me tell you something. I cannot express how little of a shit I gave with Shion. Like, let me tell you, when Shion's and she's like, she's a puppet.
Throw her out the call now.
Yo, I was like, that's right. I was like, Shion sucks. Man, let me tell you, when fucking Syax was bullying her, I was like, Syax, baby, you can't get any hotter.
These Griffith fans, I swear, these Griffith fans, they gotta go.
All right, let's get our outros. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Loved it.
Oh my goodness.
Shion, she's a toy, she's a doll, she's a tool. She's nothing.
Whoa, she is 10 years old. Calm
Can
down.
that count as pelvic outro?
She's a puppet.
Yeah, this is all pelvic
She's
outro,
a
y'all.
10-year-old Barbie. She's a 10-year-old
All
Barbie.
pelvic outro, y'all. Take it in.
Oh my goodness.
Cannot care.
Ah.
Cannot care about Shion.
Ah.
Kyrie and Nominee are real people, okay? Thank you. Shion,
Nominate's
Well,
a nobody, so she's not
Nominate.
real
no,
either.
she is. She's more real than
Nominate
a
is
puppet.
best girl,
She was
okay?
Riku, your
nobody's
outro.
a real people.
Riku,
Psyops
on
is
to you,
real.
bro.
Gemix is real.
Tell us
Fucking
where we can find you.
Luxor is real. I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it.
Tell us where we can find you, Riku.
Nominate is
even-
best girl, and Riku-san won out.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nominee's fine. I'm not crazy.
She's
about it.
top
She's
tier,
fine.
okay?
Oh my goodness.
Blake, where
wow.
can we find you?
Honestly, I'm trying to think of a Kingdom Hearts girl like I really, really like. Like, I guess I feel like just. I guess I like.
Don't you
Kyrie,
dare say
like,
Kyrie.
I get like what other like I don't like I don't
Yo,
like Larkspur.
listen, if you do
And I
not
definitely
stand,
don't like
Sosuke,
Listen,
your outro.
if-
So
if you do not stand, if you don't stand
anyways-
Minnie Mouse, you're doing something wrong. All right,
Anyways,
this has been your
I don't even know
boy,
what to say.
West Town.
Anyways, Riku, get your boy.
This has been your boy, West Town HD. A big
What is
shout out
going
to
on?
everyone for coming out to the Battle Blake and Friends podcast. As usual, had another great episode. Y'all know where to find me. Twitch.tv/WestTownHD, YouTube.com/C/WestTownHD. Y'all can find me over on Twitter as well. But more importantly, we are almost to April's follower goal of 230 followers. We're 4 followers away. So if y'all want to go over there and show me some love, by all means, it'd be appreciated. April's long gone. But you know what? Who says you can't hit a follower goal a month after it's already been set? Right. So yeah, we'll stream Final Fantasy VII every Friday. Took a break this Friday because Pokemon Snap came out. But if y'all are interested in seeing me run through FF7 blind for the first time, never played a Final Fantasy game before. Tifa's hot. UP Supremacy. Yeah, Friday at 1:00 EST.
Who hasn't gotten an outro yet?
Oh god.
Everybody, literally everybody.
It's just been me bowing you, Shadow.
I
Well, me, I don't
appreciate
exist.
everyone coming out to tonight's
Q2,
podcast. It was fun. Like I was saying earlier, I recently did a video on new Pokemon Snap talking about whether it was worth 20 plus year wait. So be sure to check that out on my channel. Appreciate you guys once again, and we'll see you next time.
Sosuke?
It's been your boys, Sosuke the bro. I'm just a wandering gamer, passing through. You better remember that. Y'all can catch me on Twitter at Sosuke, where I ramble about whatever the hell is on my mind into the void that is that garbage fire of a site. I also tweet that brain work. This chicken smells too good. It's distracting me. I also stream on Twitch at Sosuke the Wandering Gamer. Currently, we're playing The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap and Summon Night Warcraft Story. After that, I might actually play 358 to go alongside Tales of Exilia on the
to him.
hardest difficulty.
Talk to him.
Because I really want to show that Tales of Exilia will beat you in the face sometimes, and that Shion is the best written character in the Kingdom Hearts
Oh my
series.
god, I was so
I have,
fucking
I have
Yo,
spoken,
I
and I will
gosh.
catch y'all later.
Okay. Alright, and Pelvic doesn't get one because she wanted the red carpet early, and we ain't trying to.
What?
We ain't trying
I need the
to
red
enable
carpet
this
to
girl.
leave.
We
I
ain't
need
trying
the
to
red
enable. We're not enabling you.
I need the red carpet to leave.
Nah, you're
Follow
good.
me on Pelvic Gaming YouTube channel. Shion ain't shit. She's so fucking boring. And she's a puppet. That's all. She's a puppet used to do homeboy's bidding. But then like I guess
And
she
on
brings
DeviantArt,
her-
used for other things too.
Says the Griffith fan.
What does that have to do with anything? Griffith at least is his own fucking character. He's not being controlled. Griffith is his own motherfucking person.
Griffith has been in control since day one, baby.
Okay,
Listen.
alright, guys. That's it. That's another episode of the
Where's
HPMP
my
JRPG
outro?
pod. Nah, Q, you ain't playing You ain't playing Rise 2. You don't get an
Boring,
outro.
everybody.
Damn. You ain't
Hey,
Shion,
Q,
dude.
you remember that
What does Shion do
episode?
besides be
Remember that
creative?
episode where I didn't get an intro, bro? This
I know,
is
right?
your episode.
I was thinking the same thing. Like I was thinking the same thing.
Listen, Q, first time.
Go ahead, Q. Go ahead, Q.
The husbando of dreams being forgotten, but it's okay. You guys can find me later today at it's 2 a.m. here in the UK right now. So later today I'll be streaming on Twitch at Simply Binge. Over there I'll be streaming the End Request, and you guys can come hang out. If not, you can find me on Twitter at LP Guardian. pretty much everywhere else. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm gonna find some waifus today, and hopefully you guys are there for the experience. You know, we can hang out together. Be good. I wouldn't forget the waifus. They wouldn't forget me. It's all good.
Forgot to play Rise's game. Okay, so guys, that's all there is. That's it. That's the HPMP JRPG podcast, episode 62. Remember to hit that like button, and just listen to us on other podcast platforms. I can't talk right now.
Everybody
I don't know.
That hard case of brain rot.
Can't talk right now because I know Aqua is the best Kingdom Hearts girl. So I don't know about what's going on there.
He's right.
Anyway,
I agree. He's right. Oh, Shadow's right.
No,
you got the best artwork.
Better. No, Aqua's so better. Shut the fuck
okay.
up.
So first of
Aqua is best,
all,
bro.
Pelvic Shadow is always right, and we're gonna leave that.
No.